Monty, how much is a bow gun?
I was just going to ask, how much did you have to pay Lorian for that custom intro music?
Had to pay him a grand total of 4,000 euros or whatever the Brits use.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
4,000 tea and crumpet dollars.
Man, the euro is doing well.
Yeah, that's.
Well, the dollar is doing bad.
Well, you know, it's just a wrap
Switch
with
over
meat.
to
A lamb
switch
meat
over to
wrap
crumpet
is good.
dollars.
Crumpet dollars. Oh my
I like
God.
Canadian dollars.
I like it too. Not, and again, I'm not. Obviously, I'm Canadian, so there's a bias there. But the reason I really like it is because I like knowing exactly what my money value is at a glance. Whereas with American money, it's like, oh, am I rich or am I poor? Let me pull it. Oh, I'm poor because all of these fucking pieces of paper are only $1. What a waste of time and effort. I hate it, dude. I hate it so much.
I gotta say, I was really let down that they didn't, in fact, smell like maple syrup.
That's a fucking lot. But the cool thing is, if you put a laser through the maple leaf symbol on it, it like shows the value of the money on the wall. It's an anti-counterfeit measure, and it's so cool.
That is pretty cool. It's
That
way
is
more
pretty
badass
sick.
than our bullshit paper money.
They should really make Monopoly money like that, too.
We also
Why?
have Braille on our money too, which I think is super awesome. So that way,
That's
people who are
cool.
blind can just run their hand down the bill and they know exactly what the value is.
I want money that tells us verbally like it's worth. Just push a button, $5.
Oh,
Yes.
goodness.
I'll press a coin and it'll whisper to me, "Hijo dinero." Oh.
Oh my God, we have a level 4 hype train.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
That is
Good.
a train whistle, yeah. For the
Connor,
hype.
Let's go. Yes.
away.
Welcome everybody to the Unexpectables 2.
Woo.
Episode 52. Happy hunting. We're in it. We're about to go fight a worm. We gotta make sure we gotta carve it. Everybody get your dongo buffs ready.
Who's cutting the tail?
Not me, I'm
well,
on hammer.
I mean, I'm probably gonna be relegated to light bow gun duty on this run.
I'm steering the ship, so...
And Kai will form the head.
Just cross all
Well,
the streams.
well, yes. Let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves. Starting with Gaijin Goomba. We're gonna find you. What are you up to?
Oh boy, do you like the Coral and the Rubicons? I've been doing nothing but Armored Core for the last week.
You do, fellow junkie.
Bro, so double miniguns, double over-the-shoulder twin cannons. It kills everything except for that one guy with the close-range laser shotgun. But besides that, it's been a ton of fun. But I don't know. The next video that I'm putting together is talking about how Japan is an entire country of liminal space. So I'm really, really wanting to check out Backrooms Found Footage. Not the horror game, but the one where it's just like you just walk around and exist in these different areas, like the dream pools and the mold yellow office rooms and so on and so forth, because I want to get a feel for that. My birthday is less than a week away.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I age next Tuesday. There will be a birthday stream, so come on out to that. I don't know what I'm doing, but it'll be something that I enjoy. Probably more Rubicon. I've had people ask me if I'm gonna touch Baldur's Gate, and I'm like, I already played D&D, and that's a very long game. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Oh my god, I just saw that art. Jesus. Yeah, my deal with Gear Guts is still going on. They have a big sale that's going to end after tomorrow, so check that out if you haven't. You can find that info just over on my YouTube or Twitch. Or Twitter, excuse me. But I think that's pretty much it. It's kind of it's a more easygoing week, and I'm going to be trying a couple of different things.
Hot dog. Mark Allen Jr., where can they find you, and what are you up to?
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Mark Allen Jr., here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming, and you can follow the adventures of my fat sleepy cat bunny on Instagram at Chonk for Life. Monday, not yesterday, Monday, I was a part of the Dice Legends Gauntlet. We did an all-wizard party. I will not spoil it for everybody, but I'm just gonna say, watch the whole thing. Go check it out. Their VOD is up. I had a lot of fun. It was super cool. And I dressed up in character. So if you want to see me look absolutely stupid, go check it out. Also, I've got a voiceover workshop coming up on September 23rd. 23rd? 28th? Oh, God, my brain sucks. I'm pretty sure it's the 23rd. That's the worst time for my brain to shut down, but it did it. Yes, the 23rd, because why would it be the 28th? That's the middle of the week. September 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time, I will be doing a voice acting workshop with Strawberry Hill Music. We're going to go over things relating to character and scene study, what happens when you walk into a booth and are given something you've never seen before and have to come up with a character on the spot. That's what it's going to be about. If you're interested in about that, check it out. Strawberry Hill Music. Wow. Okay. That's it for me.
Right on. We've got Zan. Where can they find you and what are you up to?
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Zenny_Grim. You can find me Thursday, so tomorrow, on Monty's channel for Dungeon of the Man Mage. I think, right? We're doing that tomorrow?
Hopefully, yeah. We'll see. I have to do some stuff tomorrow, but I'm hoping we can run because, oh boy, are we in a...
We're in a continual spiral of shit that's getting progressively more... Yeah.
One hobgoblin escaping from an assassination has led to a fucking war of attrition.
Yep. You can also find me on Mondays at 7 p.m. over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/ZanalisGrim, where I am DMing a campaign for Bosco, Monty, and a few of our friends. You can find the VODs of that. We should be getting into session 4 this upcoming Monday, but you can find the previous VODs on my YouTube channel, which you can find that on my Twitter. And then on Tuesdays around noon PST, I'm going to be back onto that MechWarrior Online stuff, enjoying some of the new mechs and showing some of the new content for a few hours before Bosco, Level 1 EV, Artsy Heartsy, and myself go back to more Halo Reach, where we hopefully can beat A level this time. And that's me.
Right on. Up next, we got Zito. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
You can find me over at twitch.tv/Zito. Attempting to make a schedule, but things outside of my control have apparently transpired that, like, this whole week has kind of been a shit show when it comes to me keeping a schedule. However, you can find me at twitch.tv/Zito doing art commissions on Mondays. I made that dedicated. Doing carts on Sundays. That's dedicated. And during the middle of the week, it's either going to be Bargain Barrel, which is where I showcase indie games, or games that you probably have never even heard of, or probably have seen, but probably there are other games that you are playing that you have no desire to check it out, so I'll be that guy for you. Maybe you'll want to shell some money at him, who knows? And Friday is just variety. But apparently... making Toothpick into a 3D model has conjured fuck tons of VTubers to flock to my channel, and I don't know how to take it. They're just like, oh, you're a cool VTuber. I'm like, am I? Am I really?
You are.
I fucking suppose I am. I'm trying to cope with this. I don't hate it. I'm just confused. Because all it took was for people to fucking see that Toothpick was a 3D boy, and then I'm like, oh, this is real now, I suppose. But hey, I don't hate it. I welcome it. It's kind of cool, actually. So yeah, you'll just catch me over there. I do have a couple of slots open for commission work if anyone wants me to, like, draw their character or create them a character from scratch. I would say go to my Discord and look at the panel for going to my Discord, because I have all my commission info up there.
Should commission you. I haven't commissioned in years.
I was about to say, let me introduce myself.
Oh, Gaijin, by the way, someone from your channel was just like, oh, it was because of Gaijin I wanted to commission you to draw a cartoony war boy, and I'm like, I have never drawn a 40k orc in my life, and what is this?
Oh my god.
Well, saddle up because I want you to do another.
Okay.
Another one.
As long as you don't mind it looking stupid as shit.
That's the whole aesthetic.
Cool. Then we have business.
They do,
That's
in
me.
fact, move in herds.
I can post the one with it in there in channel. Hold on. You go ahead and do that. I'll post it in chat and I'll post it in the Discord to show you guys what I'm talking about.
Right. Edward Bosco, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
You can find me on the internet. Where's the at Ed Bosco VA on both Instagram and Twitter, and right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco.
You have a TikTok now, don't you?
He does.
You're right. No, you are right. I do have a TikTok. I literally said that yesterday. My brain works, I swear.
We've all been there.
Yeah. I feel
Monty, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Oh my gosh. You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter. You can find me at Monty Glue on Blue Sky. You can also find me at Monty Glue on Twitch or twitch.tv/Monty Glue. And then you can find me on YouTube at Monty Glue. I'm Monty Glue basically everywhere. Oh my gosh. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We're in the thick of it. Friday last week we didn't have a stream. I'm sorry. I went out and socialized like the heathen I am. However, I'm hoping to do some Final Fantasy this week. And then Monday should hopefully be more Mass Effect. And then you can catch me on Zan's stream as Koro, the Tiefling Monk. And then, yeah, that's basically me.
Right on. With that, they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil.
It's a fucking fly! Sorry.
What?
No, it's a wallfly. Leave it alone.
No, it's not.
I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Also, you can find me on what is it? Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, and Tumblr at Distortion Devil. Yes. Slowly making our way through Deus Ex. Riots are happening. That's a thing. Yep. Detroit is on fire.
What?
In game.
Yeah.
In game.
So normal day.
in Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
In Minecraft and Fortnite and Deus Ex. Yes. Also, eventually we'll get back to playing some Yakuza Like a Dragon. Been a long sort of hiatus just due to me being away for a long time. But yes, we'll be back shortly. Also, check out the Geomancer Spellbook, which I released on the DM's Guild. It's got a lot of fun, fantastic sand, earth, crystal, and metal-based spells for your ass. And if you do like this and the other products that I've released on the DM's Guild, please leave a rating and a review. Really helps me with discoverability on that site. And also, be on the lookout for the Fulgurmancer's Spellbook, which is a storm of lightning-based spells for every level. My next book. Yeah, I think that's it for me. If I'm not forgetting anything, I don't think I am. But this episode was brought to you in part by Die Hard Dice. Die Hard Dice is your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. And if you head on over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on that order. As well, check out the Lies Aspect Dice, the official collaboration between the Unexpectables and Die Hard Dice. Check out our Spring, our store. We recently released the Walkout design.
I can show that.
Yeah.
Look at that. There he
Made by
is.
the one, the only Citric King. Now you too can own various products with the Walkout design here. You got stickers, you got mugs, you got water bottles, you got tank tops which you can wear while you are in fact walking out. Yes. We will have more designs as well in the future, so be sure to tune in and stick around. Also, worth mentioning, we've got a Blue Sky account now. It's theunexpectables.bsky.social. Be sure to follow us over there in case the Musk site explodes. Yes. I believe that's it for announcements.
We don't have a ton of time. I'm gonna give you 7 minutes. Conrad.
Right.
I'm
I'm gonna crack my knuckles and blow through these. I'm very sorry, y'all, but it is what it is. Let me scroll down to the bottom here. Dr. Date Means PhD, thank you for the 33 months. Erwin Elf, thank you for the 37 months. Matt Tom K, thank you for the 40 months. Tony BMG, thank you for the 34 months. Sir Thomas Percy, thank you for the 29 months. Crow the Immortal, thank you for the 41 months. DRK Gannon, thank you for the 39 months of Prime. Timitor, thank you for the 38 months of Prime. Portal Jumper, thank you for the 500 bits. Just Wisdom, thank you for the 2 years. Wolfwing Pup, thank you for the 4 years of Prime. Dip and Bipple, thank you for the 25 bits, or 25 months. Pop Dark Depression, hey, thank you for the 200 bits. A Moody Moogle, thank you for the 11 months, Kupo. Blake G, 1993, thank you for the 13 months of Prime. Vince Babagadoosh, thank you for the 18 months of Prime. Zen Lita, thank you for the 100 bits. Drago Soon, thank you for the 100 bits. Drifter of Time and Space, thank you for the 100 bits. Shadowy Sphinx, thank you for the 19 months. Zanwin, thank you for the 39 months. Hippo Lobotomus, thank you for the 28 months. Vonavon, thank you for the 39 months. Welsh 93, thank you for the 41 months. Dragon Alchemist, thank you for the 40 months. The Nargacuga Tamer, thank you for the 400 bits. Dr. Caliban, thank you for the 38 months. Portal Jumper, thank you for the 36 months. Sabarian, thank you for the 11 months. Kaze3173, thank you for the 40 months. Shadow Flare, thank you for the 41 months. Common Striders, thank you for the 21 months. Hound of Twitch, thank you for the 25 months. Shadowy Sphinx, thank you for the 1K bits. Soulwort, thank you for the 510 bits. Venmaru Karos Corbin, thank you for the 200 bits. Like Tabuya, thank you for the 41 months. Real Meta, thank you for the 27 months. Kuro Okami, thank you for the 35 months. Sabarian, thank you for the 300 bits. Zombie Monster, thank you for the 7 months of Prime. Samurai Drax, thank you for the 17 months. Ace Bounty, thank you for the 100 bits. Real Meta, thank you for the 10,000 bits. Woo! Dusk Ninja Kenji, thank you for the 100 bits. Morth Randor, thank you for the 100 bits. Dusk Ninja Kenji, thank you for the 101 bits. Zyrus Calabax, thank you for the 200 bits. Rar Hockey Dude, thank you for the 23 months. Venmaru Cowers Corwin, thank you for the 100 bits. Morth Randor, thank you for giving 10 subs to the community. Dusk Ninja Kenji, thank you for the 200 bits. Bill MSU, thank you for the 39 months. Oh god. Dusk Ninja Kenji, thank you for the 100 bits. Chief Tomahawk, thank you for the 39 months. Protoss 103, thank you for the 41 months. Dusk Ninja Kenji, thank you for the bit. Holy Carp, thank you for the 25 months. The Real Grey Beast, thank you for the 14 months. Grumbles the Gnome, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Bubba Bob, thank you for the 35 bits. Morth Randor, thank you for the 100 bits. Defang Shadow, thank you for the 2 years. Alpha Rabbit, thank you for the 1 year. And I make things up. Thank you for the 40 months.
Time!
Wow, that was really impressive. Thank you, everybody, so much for your bits and subs. Sorry we started a little bit late, but the party, the players needed some extra time to hash out their plan that they've been working on for 2 weeks, so.
We don't want to die today.
Because it's very easy to.
Yeah, this beast they're hunting down is quite dangerous. But if everybody is ready, I think it's time that we delve back into the dungeon of the Mad Maiden.
What? Wait, what?
Wait! Oh my god, my brain, help me. No,
we're not ready for that, Monty!
No.
Yeah,
You know, we were in Delvaria, and suddenly I feel we're like very outmatched down here.
Where's the sun?
Why am I here?
It's been 2 weeks! Leave me alone!
Who are these tall dark elves? I want to make friends with them.
Alright, we will now return to the Unexpectables. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's where we are. Okay, making sure.
Come to
So, when last we left our heroes, Otho the shifter rogue, Milo the Azamar cleric, Kai the human wizard, Escan the lizard folk druid, Gaius Agni the satyr fighter, and a newfound friend in Sergal the Kenku wizard, the party has made their way through the treacherous Dalvarian desert, now arriving in the capital city of Ark Historia. The party has found themselves embroiled in the Grand Hunt, a festival to hunt down dangerous beasts in Dalvaria's wilds. The prize, a place in Dalvarian berserkers, and a royal feast in their honor. Using this celebration, the party hopes to use this as a chance to speak with the royal family and meet with Lady Ea, the princess of Hearthland, who was married to broker peace between Dalvaria and Hearthland. Now, with a target in mind and the party gathering allies and supplies, they set their sights to begin their monster hunt. So, obviously, we have had a lot of downtime between the last time we played. Would someone like to tell what your target is and what your plan of action is?
Wait, so, Master Otho, I'm afraid I only partially understand the plan. Can you explain it from the beginning?
So, our plan, as we've briefly discussed here, is we need to procure some chains, perhaps some shoddy chains that no one wants, that Mr. Brightbeam can fix up with his mending spell. Plan is to then lure out Ribback with either some meat or some hog skin or something like that. Then we are to isolate the beast using Gaius's ability to lock things in some sort of a dream state.
I just yawn and people go to sleep.
Indeed, Mr. Agni. From there, we'll have ample opportunity to sort of lock down the beast. We plan to chain its mouth shut. Also, that key that we've procured, the one that will cause things to shrink, we'll chuck it in its maw and see if it reduces in size. That would afford us a rather hefty advantage. From there, javelins and arrows and spears and the such, tied to chains or ropes, will allow us to further weigh down the beast. And from there, it should be a bunch of whittling it down with blows.
See.
I believe Mr. Seatlolly as well has some abilities that will affect the terrain towards our advantage.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Should we gather any more to our number?
I believe we should. I wonder if Hawk and his men are still around somewhere.
It sounds like we will be needing some supplies as well. Master Seatlolly, would you be willing to speak to Heather on that behalf?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
As you guys have been staying in Ark Historia, you've actually been staying at Heather's house. She has a house, surprisingly. It's not a very large house, but it's enough to house all of you. It's kind of cramped, but she doesn't mind. It doesn't really give you the sense of a home that's lived in on the regular, but more of a house of rest, more or less. So we have two people who want to collect Hawk and the boys, as they've been colloquially termed as, and people who want to go with Heather to procure these chains and other ropes and supplies.
And meat.
Strgal will go with Team Recruit Hawk.
Milo go with Team Go Find Goodies.
Okay.
Eastgun is also on Team Night on the Town.
Got it. That's
sorry.
Is that goodies or is that boys? Because that could be either.
Yeah, it's goodies.
All right, goodies. Let's go. Kai.
I suppose I'll be on Team Recruit Hawk and the boys.
Hand of the Hawk. Wait.
Hopefully this doesn't end in as much tragedy.
That don't even start with me. I'm reading Berserk right now. I don't need this right now. Shush. Anyway, so we have Milo and Escan going for goods. We have Otho and Sergal recruiting the boys. Kai, Gaius, where do you sit?
I'll do what Otho's doing.
All right.
Okay, that makes that simple.
All right. So split in half. All right. I'll say Milo and I believe it was Otho. Roll me just a d20.
Okay.
Just a d20.
19.
Hey.
Okay.
Good first roll of the night.
Maybe.
Oh, it's
charging up.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming, brother. I'm just gonna follow this way. 9, firstly.
9. Okay. This is just to determine who goes first. It's not a big deal.
Oh.
Sorry. All right. Milo, Escan, and I believe Kai. Or no, Kai's going with Gaius. Sorry. Apologies. You head out with Heather into the large city of Ark Historia. Something that you've kind of taken for granted that you don't realize was missing until you begin to see it once again is that Ark Historia has the particular interesting sort of like how do I say it? Like there are birds. That's the best way to put it. There are actually birds here, which you have not seen birds anywhere throughout your entire traveling throughout the region of Delvaria. However, in the city, as you walk between sandstone houses colored in bright colors, you do notice kind of flittering about are these very like tiny silver blue white-chested sparrow-like birds that kind of flutter about throughout the city and kind of dart away. They're almost like pigeons, but like 1/5 the size and tiny, and they fly in small flocks of about 20 or so. You notice people carrying jugs of water and moving fish through the market. You see warriors comparing axe sizes and talking about their most recent forays in battle. However, as you're making your way forward, Heather seems to know these streets pretty well, and even at times you actually have to do a bit of a detour off the streets and hop building to building to eventually make your way to a building that kind of stands out. It has a large metal tube where smoke is bellowing out in a sort of consistent fog. And as you make your way down the steps, Heather kind of, gesturing for you to follow her, you find yourself in front of a very large open-air blacksmithy shop. And you can see this isn't really a weapons shop, but it seems to contain what looks to be cages made out of metal, small ones meant for like medium creatures. You also see that there are chains, there are hooks, and there are like other, fire pokers and other things like that, bits and baubles for carts and wagons. You can currently see, with just the definition of mutton chops, a orc, probably in his 60s, currently working a piece of iron. And as Heather kind of leans you forward, she's like, "Hey, old man!" And you watch as this orc kind of stops hammering and quenches whatever he's working on, and then takes off what looks to be some sort of goggles, which as he lifts up, you notice that the skin on his, like the soot on his face is so thick that you can see a pristine, almost ocean blue-green color right around his eyes, almost like a reverse raccoon. As he kind of looks and narrows his eyes, he goes, "Heather, did you lose your other arm yet?" And you hear him banging on the metal.
Wow.
And she goes, "Not yet, old man. I have some friends who want to see it done, though." And he kind of goes, "Friends? For you? What happened to that girlfriend of yours?" And she kind of like bites the bottom lip and goes, "Things didn't work out." He waves his hands kind of dismissively. "Give me a moment, I'll be right with you." And he clenches again the water and lifts it back up. After a while, he kind of wipes off his hands and walks over and very like merchant style leans his elbow on his tall countertop and looks down and goes, "So what could I do you for, friends of Heather? You're rare as a unicorn in these lands, huh?"
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we're needing some chain in the hook, and it doesn't have to be great chain. In fact, if it's damaged, we could fix it. If you that's only have in stock. But Milo's very perturbed because the last time we talked to a blacksmith, things were bad.
This guy seems a lot more friendly, just at a passive insight basis.
Gotcha. So yeah, just a really big hook and chain that we could string it up with.
You watch as he kind of runs his hands through his mutton chops, and as he does, you watch as just little bits of metal just fall out like rain.
Small
And
animals
like,
scurry out.
yeah.
Goblin falls out. I'm free! Ah!
It's like, I could spare about 100 foot of chain if that was interesting. You want me to cut it into pieces for you, or you want just the whole roll of 100 feet of chain?
I think really quick above game. Did we decide 60 or 30?
40.
Because 40.
You guys said 40. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, just 40 feet would be fine.
40 feet. I'll give you 80 feet.
Cut it
Well,
in half.
would you mind splitting that in half for us?
Of course. You're gonna need a hook, I'm assuming. Yeah. And you watch.
That's right.
They're kind of nuts. I think I got a spare butcher's hook. I can probably jerry-rig together. Just give me 2 shakes of an ostrich tail, and you watch as he kind of stands to his full height and moves over.
If
Get
you
me
happen
some-
to have any spares or extras, we'd love to take those too.
I'm sure I have. You just hear the sound of like shifting metal, crashing noises. And he's like, "God, son of a bitch." And you watch as you can just hear him kind of rummaging through. He returns back and he goes, "I'm just gonna give me a second." And he kind of takes what looks to be like a butcher's hook, which is like just a hook that has like a T sort of handle at the end. And you watch as he takes it and just turns the handle into just a ring, attaches that to part of the chain, the 40 feet of chain that you have, and then just taps it off, kind of gives it a swing, a bit of a strength test, and he puts it on the table for you. And he gives you other chain that isn't attached to anything. How's that for you? You wanted another butcher hook, huh?
Oh, just as a spare. A righty scan?
You
Yeah,
got it?
just in case.
Do you want me to put it at the end of this one? And he holds up the other chain that doesn't have anything on it.
I think that'd be fine. I mean, honestly, if Goyce needs that to chain up, you know who, having that hook at the end might give him some extra leverage.
I'll get it done for you. Heather! And you watch as Heather looks up. She goes, "Your sow, is she good to go, or?" And Heather kind of thinks. She goes, "Give it about 4 or 5 months. She's still weaning, so we need some more time." He goes, "I'd say that's a fair trade. I still owe you, though." And you watch as he goes over and hands off, and you guys have 2 40 feet of chain with a hook at the end. A very, very wicked-looking hook.
Sick, yeah.
Is he wanting anything for this?
He's talking to Heather. You've traveled with Heather enough. It seems like he's negotiating the payment is that he wants to have his boar breed with Heather's sow. later on.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. That
Okay.
seems to be the deal here. And she's like, "Okay, but you owe me." And he's like, "That's fine. I can owe you. You got plenty of folk coming through, and they'll definitely get their money's worth, and you your own."
You know, that actually reminds me. Is there anything that a smith like you could use parts-wise with something like a sandworm?
I mean, I'm assuming this is for the Grand Hunt.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately, most of the time at the Grand Hunt, you want to bring the body. It's assessed by the royal family, and then they mount the head on top of the stronghold. And he kind of points towards which you now see standing on the promenade, that large sort of short building. That's sort of part of the festivities. The body is usually divvied up and given to the citizens to either eat or use.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure how that works. Sorry, the foreigner and all.
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate the thought, really. But I mostly work with metal. If you have metal, I can work with that. But for the most part, I mostly deal in. He kind of just points at the chains and points at the cages. I do beast stuff, so yeah, as it were.
Well, do you need some extra metal?
I'm good. I mean, me and Heather have hashed out an arrangement, I think, and as long as you keep her alive, I think that's payment enough. As much as I like to rib on the old girl, I do like her. And he kind of gives her a smile, and she kind of blows him off a little bit, and kind of like gives him like, "Oh, you."
Milo
Well-
just stares at the pan with the hole in the middle. I'm never gonna find anything to use for you.
I definitely promise we're not trying to get her to lose her other arm.
And certainly put her in harm's way. Are you gonna be okay? And Heather kind of looks and she goes, I'll be fine. Besides, I'd rather have it so no one goes through what I went through, to be honest. Answer yourself, but he kind of looks at them and goes, hopefully you, not that I doubt your abilities, but you better be as good as you think you are.
I look at him, look at Heather, look back at him. I'm really good at blowing things up, apparently.
He kind of cocks his head and Heather looks at him and goes, he's a hot firecracker. You should see him. It's insane. He put the head of like these gnolls, set him on fire like it was nothing. And he kind of looks, he goes, another story. Huh. Well, over
Guys-
here in good hands.
Guy is one-handed, like takes all of his fucking weapons with one fist and holds them out.
A fighter amongst you. Yeah, you're in good company. Good for you to get friends. And you watch as he kind of turns around and Heather's like, I have plenty of friends. Whatever. All right, old man, thank you. And you kind of always have to, happy hunting, have fun.
I want to imagine when guys holds up the weapons, it's just a circle hand, and it's just weapons
like a
sticking out all
keyring.
over the place. Yeah.
I'm like a fucking OK KO character, just holding everything in one fucking stem.
No
Heather-
fingers.
Before we call it quits, was there anything you wanted to get, to protect the boars?
I got some saddles. The boars, I mean, their speed is what's going to protect them. We don't want armor to weigh them down. That's just going to help be drawn back to the sand. I also got this, and she hucks. Escan, roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, God.
I like being short.
19.
You grab what appears to be 4 rolled up rolls of hempen ropes. You have 450 feet hempen ropes to add.
Oh, my
to
God.
your
We've got
guys'
so much rope.
Bro, and
Yeah.
including me, we now have, that's another 100.
I can give you another 100 if we need it. No,
I think we
guess
have like
the
a kilometer of rope.
ish. All right, so I guess the other thing we need is bait. Do you know a good butcher around here?
I know a guy who owes me something.
I wonder what kind of meat would be most attractive.
If you say goat, I'm gonna scream.
Oh, no. You know what? I think I know exactly what we should get. The perfect place to put in your little bait thing, too. You guys get an entire plucked ostrich corpse.
Hell
Wow.
yeah!
Shit.
No.
Its legs are missing, so it's literally just the body and the head.
God.
Wow.
What a horrible beast. I want to fight one in the wild.
We're gonna have to tie it up by the neck and drag it behind the board. Oh, that's so bad.
You know, a quick question, gang, and above game question. Were we gonna try to put the key in the meat or throw the key in separately?
I was of the opinion that I was gonna one of us would ready action when the thing opens
Yeah.
its mouth, we fire into it.
The big concern being that if the babies go for the meat, we don't want them to eat the shrinky dink.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I guess whoever's got the best shot then.
I was gonna say, if you miss, you might drop that. So just keep that in mind.
Well, this is also under
Keep
the,
it in
this-
mind.
well, this is also
Hey.
under the assumption that if we can put this thing to sleep, then we can just shove it in there.
That is also an option, yeah.
You are now small.
Be small. I
Smaller.
command you to be small. Shiakazi!
All right. Is that everything for purchase? Which is interesting because you didn't pay anything. Every time Heather
Yeah.
rolls up, she's like, "You owe me," and the person's like, "Damn, you right," and then gives you
So
something.
many connections. I think that was
Oh,
everything,
wow.
right? Chains, meat, bait. Was there anything else we needed?
Harpoons and javelins and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You would need specifically javelins, which those are definitely plausible to find.
Yes.
Different kind of blacksmith.
Yeah, let me find that.
A
I need
murder
another-
blacksmith.
I
Shall we
need
go to the
another-
beige smith instead?
I need another. Player's handbook because I use it so much. So
Dual
a
wielding
javelin-
PHBs?
Oh my god. A javelin. I have so many. I bought the player's handbook like 7 times. So a javelin for the comparative cost is 5 silver pieces, but you could barter. Unfortunately, given her, her circles, Heather is not really in with a weaponsmith really, because she doesn't really deal in weapons. She deals in treble. So what would you guys have to trade for javelins?
I got 27 really nice candles. Can you
could
find wax? Sorry,
that
go ahead.
could probably get you 1 javelin per 5 candles.
So 25. So we would get 5.
You get 5, yeah.
You'd have to give them all your candles, though.
Well, except for 2.
Is that okay?
Yeah, is that okay with you, though?
That's what I have these for. Like, we got a bar. Okay, let's think about this. Are we going to need to barter extensively anymore after this encounter?
Possibly.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! I didn't fucking consider this because I have this, guys. I have a grappling hook.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well-
but that's not going to be able to pierce its skin.
That's more
No,
of a
but-
cloaking gear. I would say it unfortunately doesn't act like a
Okay.
harpoon, unfortunately.
Well, I wasn't gonna say it as a harpoon. I would have been like, "All right, we gotta get close to it." Here I go.
so okay. So let me get to the bare bones with this one. Are these javelins metal tipped, or are they all metal?
These javelins are metal tipped, given that.
Would
Where are
they
they getting
be,
the wood from?
would they be interested? Because I don't know how big this freaking frying pan is. Would it be worth that a worthwhile trade, metal for metal, and then something else for wood to kind of cut down the candle cost?
I love the term "cut down the candle cost." It's so
the
great.
wax, the
I love
wax
Dungeons
tax.
and Dragons. The wax
Bro,
tax. I
the
like
wax
that.
tax.
I love how I'm
Uh,
making all the accidental
what?
memes.
The question is, what do you have? So you have a frying pan. And
I've got
then
that.
you
I've
have-
got that big honkin' frying pan, and so I'm thinking we could trade metal for metal, and then for the wood, trade in candles, but less candles, so I don't have to blow all the candles.
What do you have for wood? Because you have to tell me what you have for me to understand what the
No,
value is.
he's saying
because-
that because the javelins are part wood and part metal, he's saying that the pan would offset some of the cost because it's metal that can be melted down for something else. And then whatever would be left over, he wants to use the candles to make up.
like
a
Correct.
change.
Okay, I would say roll a persuasion check here to barter this, because this is like a very
Okay.
you have to convince
Right.
someone to basically now process a new series of metal that's already been made.
And he
I-
have advantage due to my
20.
background. Never mind.
Okay.
I also have a few things that I can throw into the mix if need be.
Yeah. 'Cause
They are
we-
willing. They are willing to give you, considering that, they are willing to give you 8 javelins for the frying pan and the candles.
Okay. That'll leave me with 2 fancy candles. And okay.
I have the termite spirit and some playing cards.
You better hold on to those. We're gonna need those.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, especially the cards.
Would he have any interest in the penicillin bugs that I have?
Are you willing to give those up, though? We know how much you love them.
The
Uh,
antibiotic.
Look, I'm trying to go cold turkey,
you want,
okay?
you want more javelins for the penicillin bugs?
Yeah.
They are willing to give you 20 more for the penicillin bugs.
Are you what?
Yeah.
Get the candles back. Hold on.
Bro, someone's,
candles-
someone's fucking bacterial infection is going away in a fucking heartbeat, bro.
Like back up from it. Is wax just not that hard to find?
Are there a lot of bees in the barn, maybe?
The
It's
merchant
easier
who
to
is-
make wax than
The
whatever.
merchant who is a maybe 30-year-old woman, she kind of turns to you and goes, "Beekeeping is a hobby of those who lives in oases. So yes, it's not that we have a ton of them, but we're able to construct candles. These ones are quite nice now. But that," and she points towards the thing with the termites in it.
All right, you know what? Okay, can we? All right, can we Zawaldo really quick back up, and I could just take the 20 for the
For the
alcohol
penicillin
bugs and
You
just
got-
keep the rest.
You got it for sure.
Thank you.
Besides,
can I
they've got orcs. They can just make candles out of their earwax.
No,
Bro,
That's
what?
ogres.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake.
This isn't
Gaijin.
Shrek. Shrek logic does
Gaijin.
not apply here.
Gaijin,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. When we just found out about the penicillin bugs, she's like, yeah, your candles though are fine, but this one, she points over and there's a fucking like a sculpture made out of wax of a halfling who looks suspiciously like you. That's like 7 feet tall.
With just a tiny little wick on the top.
All right, well, I think we'll get the job done with 20, Jack. Do they have any sort of like rings or anything that we could easily tie off on, or are they just raw javelin?
They're raw javelins.
They're not
they
cooked yet.
They're 2 pounds each, by the way. So all the javelins you got are 40 pounds. So keep that in mind.
Oh boy.
I mean, we could split the. We could share the load.
Heather's gonna carry some of them. Obviously, you guys are taking them for the boars anyway.
Okay.
There are rings can be applied by the end by the older orc guy if you know. Cause
Yes, please.
so is Heather, so he'll actually add on rings at the bottom.
Oh, that'd be
So
good.
that way you can
Cool.
attach ropes and if you want to.
Fantastic.
to
You
it.
can bundle them all together and stuff.
Yeah. By the way, you find out that orc's name is Thomas. That's his name.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah.
I
Alright.
can't think of anything else that we could need at this point because I
Yeah, I
feel
think
like we
we're
have
set.
everything else.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, Monty. Sorry. Heather, quick question.
Yes.
Is there any place we might procure some poison?
Heather kind of strokes her chin and goes, "Poison's the coward's weapon, so not really. Not without going to somewhere really seedy. So I'd rather we don't do that."
All right, that's just any more advantage, any more advantage to put that beast down.
I mean, if you kill it with poison, I think that the royal family probably will not want to.
Oh, I don't think a single vial of poison's gonna kill it. I just want to slow it down.
Does the royal family have any preference if we take it in alive or dead?
It has to be dead. You do not want to bring that thing into town alive.
Also, regarding the poison, they did say they're gonna divvy up the meat, so they probably don't
That would
want
be a
it
problem.
tainted.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could get it really, really drunk.
Really drunk.
Really drunk.
All right, I'm good.
Worth a shot.
All right.
All right, I have some
That was
drinking contest.
-2, Mark. -2. -2. Fuck you.
That's a solid reference.
I know that is a solid reference, and it's also a pun, but -2.
Okay, I literally just went to push my pen, like my pencil. I have a mechanical pencil to write down stuff, and I pushed down, and it broke off the body of the pencil, and now it's broken.
Wow.
Monty strong.
Oh,
I
that
can't
is
believe it.
so sad. I love this. It's a
You gotta
javelin.
stop working out, Monty. You're too powerful now.
I don't work out.
Well, it's
That's
time
right.
to work in then.
That's right.
Get
No, that's right. She works out. Get the new shirt.
Hey.
Yeah, get the new shirt today. All right. Meanwhile, speaking of work, Kai, Otho, and Strigal, it's pretty easy to find the competitors. You see, like, there's kind of near the entrances of Ark Historia, where kind of the main area of the competition is being held. You see that they've actually cleared out a ton of space and moved people kind of around for like a place for basically the kills to be on display. And as you make your way there, you notice actually on your way there, you see like a kid, like no older than 12, currently shouldering what looks to be like a bag full of like spikes, and like has a chunk of meat in his waist. He's got 2 little dogs kind of following him, and he's got an arrow with a ton of like, you know, arrows in the quiver, and like 2 short swords at his side. And he kind of like, with intense seriousness, seems to be like charting out a plot for him to bring his kill, and is just like kind of analyzing right now. You kind of take note of that, and as you do, eventually you see currently loading up their boars, Hawk and the boys with a Z, currently loading up their 2 boar that they have. And as you approach, Hawk turns and goes, "Hey, you guys haven't left yet."
Indeed, we haven't. Fortunate that you have not seemed to have left either. We have a proposition for you.
Proposition. I'm
Yes, you see,
curious.
we've selected our quarry for this grand hunt, and we figured we might need a few more hands to take care of it.
He watches his eyes trail over to you, Strigal, and goes, "I like it. It's almost poetic, as they put it. Hearthland and Delvaria fighting against a common foe.
Do you recall that rather large beast that accosted us on our way here?
You watch as the hawk kind of slides down his board and then walks to a more, like, talking level with you and goes, "Funny you mention that. That was actually the quarry we were thinking of going for.
Ah.
We
Then
were
it would-
hoping to bag the little ones, but if you guys want to team up, I think we could take on the big one. It'd still be dangerous, but it could be more possible."
It's quite auspicious indeed that we find each other going after the same quarry. We were wondering if you
mean-
might join us for this.
Yeah,
Combine
I think
our
so.
efforts and better
The
our
reason-
chances.
I think it would take more than 15 men to take down the big one, but if you have magic, we could probably, how many? There's 6 of you, and there's 4 of us, it'd be 10. I mean, it's
Heather would be going with
doable.
us.
Oh, Heather's coming, okay. It's doable. It's, fuck it, why not? I mean, why not? I mean, we're gonna win if we get it, and that'd be awesome. What do you think? And he yells over, and you see Adam go, huh? And then the twins are just like, they
Huh?
shrug. And he's just like, fuck it, why not? And he extends out his hand.
Otha will extend his hand.
It's, roll me a strength saving throw.
Oh, no.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Make sure
Okay,
you
all
don't
right.
shake with your dagger hand. Use your other.
It's just gonna be a flat roll for me.
Oh no, you shook with your dagger.
That's a 15.
The Delvarian handshake is the firmest one, as you respond in kind with a firm handshake. Glad to fight with you all again. It was interesting the first time. Is the purple goat man, is he coming?
Mr. Agni is in fact joining us, so we'll be
Fuck yeah.
the party we traveled with will be the ones joining us for the hunt.
Fuck yeah, and
Most
the little firecracker guy too, eh?
Mr. Brightbeam will be joining us as well,
And
as will Mr. Seatvali, Sir Stragal, and myself, as well as my brother. And he gestures to Kai.
I hope your polearm is sharpened, Hearthland.
I sharpened enough.
He kind of gives you a firm, like, grasp on the shoulder and shakes you slightly, Sturgal. Which at this point you get as a sense of endearment. He just they just grab and shake you a little bit for fun. And he goes, "You ready to ride out then, or are we waiting? We want to hurry. We don't want anyone else going after our quarry."
Indeed, we don't have much time left. Our other half of our group is picking up supplies currently. We have a bit of a plan as to how we're going to tackle this. It's fortunate that you should mention that you were going after the little ones. We were hoping that you and... he looks over his shoulder at the rest of the group. Your boys...
And a lady.
and a lady wouldn't mind distracting the little ones.
Oh, we could be more than distracting, he says as he pulls out his axe and kind of runs his hand down the sharp end.
If that's your prerogative, I won't stop you, but as long as you keep them busy, then we can get to work doing what we need to do.
We'll try our best. The difficult part is going to be keeping them above ground.
Indeed, we have a plan for that as well.
Okay, good to hear it. Let's meet up outside the gate. Southern gate, let's say.
Very good.
All
That's
right,
amenable to me. We'll explain the plan along the way.
sounds good. Get ready, we're leaving! And you watch as he mounts up on his boar, and with that, you guys regroup. You have 2 hooked 40 feet lengths of chain. You have a dead ostrich without the legs. Yeah, please write that down.
Hey, write it down.
I did.
You
I have it. I have
Oh,
it
that's
written
just
down.
tragic.
You have 20 javelins with loops at the end. Be sure to specify which ones have the loops, because that is an important detail to keep in mind.
Deloops.
Do they not all have loops?
No, javelins don't naturally have loops at the end. That
No,
was
but we were
specific-
having them added by.
Yes, the 20 that you
Come on.
got, you purchased, you got loops added onto them by.
Okay.
each
So
So
all
just-
20 of them do have loops.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. I got that.
Yeah, so you want to note any javelins that you've purchased here with the loops have it. This is just so in case you have leftovers and you intend to use them for maybe a similar purpose later on, you know you have them, basically, is why I'm saying just specify them.
Gotcha.
All right.
In
I'm
case
just
I
gonna write the word javelins in the middle of a single sheet of paper and then turn the page.
in case I want to be fucking Scorpion for a combat encounter.
How
But
much
yeah.
rope do we want to tie on per javelin?
Third.
Actually, how far can you throw a javelin?
How high is your strength?
How high is your
has-
strength?
A javelin has a range of 30 to 120 feet. which
Oh,
is-
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, ideally, we probably don't want them to be too long. We want to use them when we can get in close.
So probably 50 then?
I would say less than that. Less than the chain.
I don't know how I feel about that. I was like softballing at 52.
Yeah, because we can always just give it slack if we need it, or
But
tighten
look
it in
at it
case we
this
don't.
way. The ropes are more likely to snap than the chain is. So if the ropes are shorter, that means that we have more tension on the ropes, which may snap, and then the chain will catch, rather than if the ropes are longer, if the chain snaps, the ropes probably won't hold.
God, does that sound feasible?
Yes. So I'm gonna give you a sec. The English is a language that I speak. I'm gonna give you guys. Sorry, can you repeat the question real fast? I just wanted to check the chain and rope strength really fast.
So the idea is that as long as we have the long like metal hook taut on the creature, our idea is that if we use shorter rope with harpoons on it, if like say the rope snaps first, the because of how short it is, it would be taut enough to like, you know, keep it a little bit more restrained,
Yeah.
followed up by the chain.
Basically, yeah. So the more things you add to this thing, like harpooning it with rope, the more checks it has to make to escape whatever ensnaring you have on it. To give you an idea, in order to get out of rope, like in order to snap the rope to get out of it, it would have to make a 17 strength check, and in order to get out of the chain, it would need to make a 20 strength check to get out of it. So that is what you're looking at there with that.
And hopefully with my +6 and advantage on Giant Smite,
Giant smite.
yeah.
Second point of order. Do we want to have the chain, the secondary chain and hook as a backup in case we lose the first, or should we give that to Gaius to use that as additional grappling?
I think probably best to hold on to it in case the first one breaks.
Yeah, because my grappling doesn't come into effect until we make this thing smaller anyway.
Okay. Any other prep you guys like you would like to do?
Oh.
It is worth
Shoot.
noting that the saddles that Heather has borrowed from a friend, who specifically does construction work with boars. It is a construction saddle. It has 4 solid metal tether lines that you can tie to it, meaning that if you attach the end of the rope or the chain to that is what it is tied to, essentially.
Cool.
Guys, and I can't help but just fucking think of like the rad set from Armored Core, but just a boar now.
Yeah. Here's the other,
Yeah.
here's the other point of order. Should we give that chain and hook and maybe some of the meat to one of the other boars to split them up? To split up mom and babies? Theoretically.
Would we
I
have
don't think
enough?
they're going to use the chain for the babies.
It's
Just
worth
to-
pointing out that they do travel in packs. You would be informed by that by Heather. They're less likely. You're better off using just a single piece of bait, because the other thing too is it's just better overall because it looks like it's a straggler, and if you add too many to that, it could get confusing.
Okay.
So
I was about to say, do we need to prep it so like the body doesn't fall apart being dragged so far and so fast?
you're gonna wait until you get into a closer location as to where it is, and then
Ah.
you'll probably want to drop the meat. Luckily,
Yup.
it still has like the feathers on it and stuff. Some of them
Oh.
anyway.
Yeah, thank
It's-
goodness. Otherwise,
yeah.
it'd look weird, an ostrich
Well,
without legs and feathers.
It's mostly plucked. It seems like the big feathers were plucked off, and then like the little ones were left behind. So it's really horrible. Honestly.
Oh boy.
You know,
This
just a
sounds
little.
great.
All
Mark,
right.
you have to come to Thanksgiving more.
I forgot you make ostrich every year.
Yeah, it's a
don't
Chicago thing.
Don't fucking knock it. I've actually had ostrich egg. It's fucking good.
Fun,
That's
fun
about it. It is
little-
very good.
Fun little Monty lore fact. We can add this to the
Oh
dandelion
my god,
shit.
I know what you're about
Oh,
to say.
no.
Yeah, I know. When I was in middle school, we had to take a job quiz to determine what our career would be when we're adults. And I can't remember what my third one was, but I got florist and ostrich farmer. And I told myself, if ever I lose, like, if I lose control of my life, I'm gonna become an ostrich farmer because that's what destiny has decreed. But I digress. All right. Well, with that, you guys mount up on the boars. Don't worry about rations and things like that. As you make your way back out into the desert, back to where you saw these creatures once more.
Okay, before we like super head out, let me think here. Gaius, Strigol, and Otho. I'm going to cast Aid. It lasts 8 hours and does not require any sort of concentration.
Let's go. Thank you.
Cool.
Woohoo!
Breakfast buff is going to go to Gaius because there's so much linchpin in him. And then Blessed is 1 minute, so I'm just gonna wait on that one.
Yeah, you'll probably have to wait until the time is right. Now,
how much max HP are we getting from Aid? Again?
5.
So I'm getting 7.
So it's well, you get
5
two,
max,
2 temp.
2 in. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 max, 2 temp for you guys, and then 5 max for the other 2.
Excellent.
The verbiage matters because we can heal you back up to that additional 5.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool. So do you care if I shout the number, Monty, of my max at the current?
Yeah, this is a potentially difficult fight. I will say that is fine to say.
You got me at 49, boys.
Nice.
Sweet.
Need 20 more.
32.
All right.
I will not be going hand to hand.
I'm going in. No shields.
No Bosco, no shields.
Shit.
No!
360 no scope.
And before Kai immediately door stuck.
Oh, did we
can't
pick up
believe
an
the
Omni
mall
tool
just-
before we left?
No.
No. I can't
damn.
believe the maw creature just teabagged me. That's fucked
You
up.
guys
Oh,
have
no.
4 days to hunt your quarry, but expediting your travel and not really stopping for many breaks, you're able to maximize your time. The boar rushing and running at mock speeds.
Oh shit.
Escan, what is your passive perception?
21.
Holy shit. I always forget it's that high.
I have eyes for days.
I perceive.
He's got this third eye in the back of his head.
You find yourself once again in the Valley of Bones, where you see massive rib bones of ancient desert-dwelling creatures rise out of the sand like monoliths of death. Luckily, the weather has been fair. No sandstorms to impede your vision, which would have made this trial significantly worse. After a certain point, looking around, you get the sense that now is the time to drop the bait. You
Yeah, we
place the
drop
hook.
Escon.
You,
What?
you place the hook
Drop the bait.
inside of the ostrich. I'm gonna say the ostrich ball, for lack of a better term, because
Oh,
this is the
shit.
body.
God, this gets worse and worse each time we describe it.
Sorry.
My favorite game.
Orb.
I love ostrich ball.
The ostrich sphere.
And you just begin to take off at a moderate pace. I'm gonna say everybody group active check, please.
What kind of check?
Perception?
Perception.
Okay.
Okay.
Can
Everybody make a
we?
group
Do we?
check.
Did we
Just
get the
don't
legal
tell anybody
rights
else.
to ride of the Valkyries? Just
No!
to-
Oh,
19.
I mean, Ride of the Valkyries, I'm pretty
That's
sure
a
is-
natural 20.
Roll 20.
18.
Don't do this to me again. Don't do
I
this
got-
to me again in
I
less
got
than
a
a week's time.
15.
Isn't Ride
Kai
of the
rolled
Valkyries
better
royalty
than
free?
me at the one thing I'm good at.
Have you tried
Alrighty.
being better? Because that sounds like a skill issue.
20.
19, 18, a natural 1, a natural 20, balance as all things should be, a 15, and a 20.
God damn. Good roll.
Other than
As-
Strigol, I got the lowest perception.
As you are running, Gaius, Milo, and especially Kai, you notice as a set of 3 rib bones descend beneath the sand and disappear.
Immediately let everyone know about it.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, no,
There
it's
it is.
prob-
And I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ready,
boy.
gentlemen?
Here's where it gets bad.
Strigol.
I'll take a. I'll take a.
Damn
21.
it!
9.
18.
Go ahead, Striggle.
Awesome.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks, Obama.
17.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I'm gonna ball my fist and bite my lip and say, I guess it's good that I'm going fast.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
I'm
get
gonna
him.
ball my
How
lip
the
and bite
fuck
my
is the
fist.
most useless dude going first? All right, roll 20. I see.
Can I also have people roll for our lovely
Oh
NPCs as well?
no!
That's a natural one for me.
Ooh.
Is he, you want us to roll for the boys individually?
To the tune of 5.
Let's do your guys' initiative first, and then we'll get the boys in here.
Okay. The boys.
The boys with a Z.
We never
So
described.
that's a very
How-
different boy.
Wait. How are we dividing all of the javelins? Because we didn't do that.
I mean, it's group javelins.
Yeah, you guys
Group
are
javelins.
set on
Oh, nice.
2 boars, so just keep that in mind.
We have 20,
We'll say
so
10
Are we just
javelins on
we're
each
10 on
board.
each, but are we just throwing javelins to each other? Like what the fuck?
We have 10 each.
We're
You guys
throwing
would
them
have split
at...
these before you go. Yeah, you guys would
Yeah.
maybe do this.
anyone who doesn't have a cantrip, take a javelin or 2.
Got it.
Every time we see sand, take a javelin.
Oh, whoa.
Are we like take one to the chest or like take it out of the hole?
Just take it right to the chin.
Hip fire it, yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, you only can take one of those. It's a cool.
Where's
trick.
Thorkel when you need him?
I just pelvic thrusts and a javelin flies out.
Hatoge! Woo!
Catapult spell.
I wish I
Let
had
us know when you're ready for the boys.
Yeah, give me a second here. I just want to write down my initiatives.
Oh, good. All good in the hood, bro.
God, I love this song by Lauren. This is probably my favorite one he's done for us so far.
It's very,
Alright.
very good.
For the sake of this, Heather's going to be in charge of commanding the boar to keep them at pace. So she will not be basically fighting. She's going to be managing the boars, essentially, to keep them going.
The
Alright.
spurious Heather spurs on ever.
Can I ask this above game real quick?
No.
What do you guys want me to prioritize first? Getting a javelin in or procking a rune?
Javelin, I think.
No, I think the rune, right? Because that changes.
Yeah, I would say
Well,
the
can
rune.
you stay on the boar when you proc?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I can.
Yeah,
then
but
yeah,
won't the
that
javelins knock it off the instant they
No, it will not.
train it?
And if it
I am
falls
ready-
asleep, then we don't need to do damage to it right away.
Right.
I am ready for the boys. Can I start with Adden's initiative, please, from Milo?
Alrighty.
Milo, you are controlling Adden.
19.
What's
Let's
the
go.
dex bonus?
1.
1? Okay. So, Sergal, what's your dex bonus?
Strigal's dex bonus is 3.
Sheesh.
No, it's pronounced.
Alrighty. Can I get a roll for Ravu, which is Eastgand? You're controlling Ravu.
Rabu coming up.
Sure.
7.
7. Alright. Who is controlling the other 2? We have Hawk, and then we have Salu.
Hawk was Zan.
You know you got
I'm
past me
controlling
that hard.
Salu.
Oh, I got you, Hawk. Go for it.
19!
Alright, 19 as well. Hawk.
I'm here all day.
I'm gonna put Hawk before Adam because he's kind of the leader, so it makes more sense in my head. Alright, last but certainly not least, Babu.
That's you, Connor.
Yeah. Well, that dice is over there.
Jesus!
That's 18.
18,
and I need
okay.
to find that now.
Milo, what's your
Holy
dex bonus?
shit.
Oh, my personal dex bonus or Aiden's?
What's your dex bonus?
0.
0, okay. Wow,
Sorry.
they're all conglomerated, so we have, hold on.
Oh my god.
We have Hawk,
Oh my god.
Adam, and then we have...
What the hell? Oh my
Alright.
god.
So, as for silence here, as I describe what happens, please stick with me and do not react, please, as I describe what happens in the sequence of events.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
So, as you see the rib bones retract into the ground, immediately 3 of you noticing and alerting the rest, the boars take off into a fast sprint, and the ostrich, the bait ball, bounces and bashes against rocks, bouncing and jumping enticingly in the air. All right, their insight was a natural 1. You watch and see now bursting up like a shark fin from the sand, the spine and the front horn of this creature bursting through. And in an instant, for their first sort of turn, you watch as the mother bites down on the bait ball, swallowing it whole, and instantly getting caught by the hook on the inside as the babies follow. I'm just gonna measure out here.
Oh, buddy.
I'm bringing you guys to your map.
Let's go!
Yeah.
How fast are we going, by the way?
Very fast. So for the
Okay.
sake of this, we're on a piece of rock here, but you're moving, so just keep that in mind.
200
Right.
CC.
It's just if we have any spells that have like they stay still or move as a reaction, they're probably gonna get just left behind, aren't they?
Sorry, repeat that.
So like if I throw out a spiritual weapon, for example, that can only move 20 feet as a bonus action. That's gonna be
yeah.
disappearing over the
It'll
end.
be left behind, yeah.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Unless
for
we
spells, you are
stop.
technically moving.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm gonna show you your tether here as well, because I think that'd be fun to do. Right there. Alrighty.
Whoa.
As you hear the mother let out a scream, you watch bursting from the earth and diving back down like excited dolphins. The little baby ones also following in the hunt. They seem to be looking towards debilitating the boars, but mother right now is currently trying to pull away from the chain. As Kai, it is now your turn. As this happened, Wark looks up at you, Kai, and goes, Wark, and then goes into your hoodie.
Aw.
That's
Okay.
probably a safe place for him. Just to clarify, we're waiting until after Gaius does his thing, correct? To throw javelins?
You can just throw a javelin if you
Yeah,
want.
we
Yeah,
can
you
start
could just-
doing damage now. It's just once
Yeah,
they
once
are
the room
charmed,
takes
we
place,
can
yeah.
hold on.
Because I only have
Got
2
it.
shots at this, and it could fail. So
Fuck it, shatter on mama.
Shatter on Mama, you got it. That is a con save, I believe, correct?
It is a con save. Allow me to roll it for you. That is not what I was going to 18 damage, DC's 13 con save, please.
Unfortunately, she succeeds with a 15. She is very,
You can still
very
take that 9 damage with you, though.
All right, she will take that 9 damage with her as you all hear a concussive depth charge in the earth as the is burst in the stomach. The armor plating on her chest kind of protects her, but it's like, you ever, this might be specifically me again, have you ever been out like on like tubing with like a boat where you're like on a boat and you're on a tube?
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
hit the wave, jump into the air briefly and then hit the water again?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Basically, as a concussive shock comes out, that's what happens to the mama sandworm. She's burst into the air briefly and lands and slams on the ground. For a moment, she loses her footing and like her swimming, and she kind of gets dragged across the earth like a normal creature would, but then reconstitutes herself into the earth. Didn't do as much damage as you would hope, but definitely did a sizable chunk of damage. Also, someone's
right,
got
I'm
a really door. I think that might
Alright,
be
turn.
Connor.
That's Connor.
Might be me.
Really
All
quick, above game point of order, who had the key?
That is a good point. Who has the key? I think Gaius has it, right? Because Gaius is going to hook it.
I think
I
Gaius
do.
has everything.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I also can attach it to a fucking crossbow bolt.
If worst case scenario as well, Zito, if you're taxed on actions, Strigol can catapult the key.
Do you want it then?
Sure.
Kai
Sure,
can also
okay.
shoot the key like he's good with a bow. It's up to
Yeah, you guys decide then, because I'm gonna stick to just trying to get this thing down.
Give it to Strigol, and then we can pass it back and forth easily.
It makes sense.
Sick.
Yeah.
Pass the rock.
Alright. Speaking of which, Strigol, it is now your turn.
Strigol is going to, I suppose, just in case it gets that physical, will cast Mage Armor on himself at the first turn.
You got it. Alrighty, it is now Hawk's turn. Let me double check the Berserker stat block. Okay, so, they also bought themselves javelins. However, these ones do not have ropes attached to them. So Hawk is up first. So Zan, you were in charge of Hawk. I would like you to roll me basically an attack roll for the Berserker, which would be a +5 to hit. Except for the dice for this will be 1d6 + 3.
Soft 20 to hit
Off 20 absolutely hits.
for 6 damage, piercing.
6 damage, you got it. As Hawk kind of shoulders a javelin and hucks it. You hear the baby screech, and as it screeches, you see that mama with the hook in the mouth. Immediately, the eyes just narrow in anger and seems to be putting up more of a fight. It is now Aden's turn. Aden is on the same board as Hawk, so he will hawk at the same baby.
Hawk it, baby. All right, so D20.
Plus 5.
19.
19 hits. Going to roll 1d6
We
plus.
are rolling like champs right now.
Plus their bonus, which I believe is plus 3.
Cool, so
8
5,
points.
6, 7, 8.
You got it. As they huck into the baby, 2 large javelins shoot out of the baby, and you see blood begin to spray across the sand as this thing kind of screeches and tries to shake the javelins off. You watch as Aden and Hawk like high-five each other, like early celebrating, even though it's not dead yet, but they're in it, you know.
Farnsworth comes
Alrighty.
out, no showboating.
They're in it now.
Alrighty, it is now Sabu's turn, I believe. Who's controlling Sabu?
Sabu is
me.
Connor.
Connor.
No,
Alright.
I'm Rava.
Sabu's on the northern boar, so
Oh.
Sabu is going to aim towards the baby on this side.
Right. Aiming towards the baby on that side. I lost my fucking physical dice somewhere. It bounced
Just,
and it
just
rolled off.
use
So
roll
I'm gonna
20.
use. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. So this is just plus 3, I believe.
Plus 5 for the hit.
Plus 5. Right.
Plus 5.
Here we
to hit.
go.
Plus
That's
go.
17.
17 hits. 1d6 plus 3.
Ayou. 5.
5. Alright. It's going to be 5 points of damage. Not bad. Alright, that ends Sabu's turn, which brings us to Milo. It is now your turn.
All right, Milo extends his right gauntleted hand. Violet light coalesces around the symbol of Orin, pops out, and then explodes back around behind Mom and the babies as we drop Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire, you got it. Dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Dex saving throw, DC 15.
Hey, everybody.
Baby
fail.
1 has failed. Baby is Fairy Fire. Mama. Terrible roll. Is also Fairy Fire.
Let's go.
Oh,
That's
that's what we wanted.
huge.
Fairy Fire is fucking awesome.
All of them fail because the
Let's
dex is
go,
not that
Milo.
great.
Oh
Fairy Fire
boy.
ignites, and all 3 of them going like a fucking disco ball.
Let's go.
Alrighty, that brings us. Is that in your turn, Milo?
Yes, because I can't spirit weapon.
You are concentrating. Keep that in mind. Escan,
Yes,
it is
ma'am.
now your turn.
Iskan, remembering what happened last time, is going to raise Mira's staff over his head in a circle and cast Bark Skin on himself.
You got it.
And also, as a bonus action, is going to then immediately have the stars on his skin start to shine underneath his now barky skin as the shape of a cup will formulate on his head fin. And I'm going to activate my starry form with the chalice.
You got it.
And that'll be turn.
Got it. Alrighty, that brings us to the enemy's turn. You were worried about the chains breaking, but now a much more concerning concern is them going surprisingly slack, as in her anger, the mother charges towards your boar.
Reaction.
Yep.
Stone giant rune.
Okay.
Hey.
Wisdom saving throw. It had to be at least within 30 feet of me on the end of its movement for me to proc this.
Come
Okay.
on, baby.
Let's go.
So that would stop it before it got there.
If it passes.
If it
yeah.
passes. So
Yeah.
it needs to be a wisdom saving throw of a DC 14.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
I am so sorry. I got a 17.
Oh.
Ah.
All right, that's one proc.
Stage
Wait.
1.
We got
Yeah.
another chance.
We're still a chance.
All right, you may
All right.
continue.
All right. Okay, what is Mama gonna do? Mama is not gonna try and break out of the chains. Instead, is. What's she gonna do? You know what? Who actually attacked her? It was the baby. Oh yeah. It was.
No one's actually attacked her yet.
Yeah, no one's attacked her.
Kai's the only one that's hit her.
Yeah, Kai hit her.
Oh,
Kai's
Kai
the
did,
only
yeah.
winner, yeah. Okay.
So if she wants to bring that ass over here, we can dance.
I
think
will
she-
say Eastgun is definitely glowing right now, which is
You
not
are,
to his
yeah.
favor.
She's gonna go for you. So she is going to go for a bite attack against the boar that you guys are riding right now. She's gonna go for Humphrey, who you are currently riding on,
No.
with a bite attack. That is definitely gonna hit. You hear a horrible squealing noise from Humphrey as you see now blood, like a trail of blood behind you in the sand. And Humphrey seems to be limping slightly as Mama currently has Humphrey's back leg in her jaws. And as you look and you see that, Eastgan, to your horror, you watch as raising up from the sand comes her tail, which you haven't seen at this point. But at the tip of it, it looks to be almost like a scorpion stinger hidden under carapace that extends out about a good foot in length that she then sends down onto you.
Awesome.
Cool. That's new.
She might miss actually. That is a 16.
AC is currently 16.
Oh, no.
That's just enough to hit.
Yep.
Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I certainly
What I was worried
can.
about. You're good at those.
That is a natural 20 for a total
Nice!
of 20
Let's go!
wins.
Well, first of all, you take 9 points of piercing damage,
Has what the extra HP is for.
and you avoid taking 22 points of poison damage. As the poison stabs you, and you manage to shrug it off as the pincer goes back underneath the sand.
Oh, that sucks.
Did anyone prep Destructo Disc?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm working
Okay.
on it.
Just making sure.
Adam's gonna get attacked by the baby, which is gonna go for a bite attack. That is gonna hit.
Kill the baby. Kill the baby.
Adam takes 10 points of piercing damage to Adam as the baby leaps out of the sand and grabs him by the leg and seems to be dragging him into the sand.
Oh,
Oh, no.
jeez.
Oh.
Well, Lavarians, this is your time.
Strength saving throw.
Natural 1 for this baby.
Oh.
That is
Call that baby Zan.
Savu. Savu gets their reaction to attack. So, I believe that is Connor is in charge of Savu, correct?
Whap 'em!
Connor?
That's right.
Go ahead, you get a free hit with your reaction as it got a natural 1 with
All right,
15
so
polarity.
that's +5,
Plus 5
with
hit.
advantage.
20 plus 5.
No advantage, just...
but Fairy Fire.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
Fairy Fire gives advantage on everything.
Here I go!
Wait,
Thank God for it.
Run it again. Do it again.
First one's a 13, second
There
one
we
is
go.
much
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
23.
That hits.
Fairy Fire doesn't-
Wow.
Fairy
That's
Fire
another
doesn't work
Fire
the
doing
D6
work,
plus
right?
3.
Yeah, d6 plus 3.
What's it, Zeno?
6.
Damage.
Wait, was that with a javelin or with the great axe?
Yes, because they're holding a javelin to throw. They didn't have their axe out, unfortunately.
Okay.
But you can melee with a javelin, luckily. As this thing leaps up, Sabu just stabs its mouth, and you hear another scream of pain from this creature. Alrighty, that brings us the end of the enemy's turn. Gaius, it is now your turn.
Question: Did I believe this isn't the case, but Fairy Fire doesn't work on the saving throw yet?
What?
No, it's only to
It's
hit.
to
It's only
hit.
a
Yeah,
tap.
just to
Yeah. I figured as much. Just wanted
Yeah.
to double check.
They
All
also
right.
can't gain the benefits of turning invisible, which is, I don't think they're going to do that.
All right,
Well,
Giant's
now we
Might.
certainly won't.
Yeah.
Giant's Might, Javelin throw.
All right, you're becoming big.
Yep. I have space, right?
Embiggen.
There we go.
Go to kiss Hugium.
Yeah. All right, and now for javelin, which is. Oh,
You have a
geez.
rope on this one.
This poor
do.
boar is all of a sudden like,
Yeah.
Yeah, our board's got hydraulics now.
Lean back. Lean back.
What would I use? I don't have a javelin on here for a weapon. So what would I
do
use
the
for
rock
that?
away.
Just use
D6.
the battle axe. It's like, and the damage type is a D6 plus your strength bonus. You're proficient. You're a fighter. You should have proficiency with javelins.
Oh, I have proficiency in everything. So
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
I was gonna
Is
say,
it a weapon?
The first
I have
chili of the 5e fighter.
Oh, me,
Yeah.
you're proficient.
All right, so roll 1d20 plus my. I'll just roll strength.
Yeah, it's your strength and your proficiency. So just for like a battle axe swing, and we can just apply the damage.
Okay. Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Oh.
Fuck's sake, man.
Unfortunately, an 11 is a miss. As you fling out the javelin, it bounces on that giant horn that Mama has. As you remember, and you probably see now in the art, it has this massive, just the front of it is just like an axe head. It has like a giant horn, and it just bashes against them, unfortunately unable to find purchase.
Cool. Hopefully I'll be useful next turn when it's turn. All right, that's it for me.
Alright, that brings us around to Ravu. It is now Ravu's turn, who's on the northern board.
Would they be able to switch to their great axe since the worm is right on them?
Yeah, they can, and they will.
Sicko. And get that advantage.
And they get advantage, so.
All right. That's 15 to hit.
15 just hits, actually. It is their
Oh,
AC.
Go. It's a D12. 15
Oh my-
damage.
Oh!
Max damage.
Let's
He's-
go.
This guy's getting
Jesus.
this man's getting his fucking title today.
I want to be a Delvorian Berserker! And they just slice into this thing. Alrighty, that ends Ravu's turn. Otho, it is now your turn.
All right. So, this thing is right up on our ghoulies right now. So, I believe I'm going to shift first and foremost.
Alright, Tiger Farm engaged.
Thought you said Tiger Farm, and I was like, wait, what?
Tiger Farm. Oh man.
That's a place Final Fantasy 14.
Yes, and then I'm going to. Yeah, you know what? So this is technically ranged.
Yep.
So I will pull out my funny little short bow here. And I'm going to pull back and load up one of my arrows of walloping,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fire. With grace.
Advantage as well.
Advantage. Oh.
I saw the natural one almost.
That is going to be a 17.
17 hits.
17 hits. All right. This is going to be is all the damage replaced with force damage?
That was. Do you have the page number for me? I think that's a Griffin Saddlebag item.
I don't believe I have a page number, but it is called the Arrow of Walloping. And I have two of them. Well, now I have one of them. I just shot it.
Let me see.
A creature hit by the arrow must succeed a DC 10 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
And it does force damage, it says?
It, I believe it did force damage, but I
Does
did
it
not
does
write
it
it down.
say
if
it in the it doesn't say it in the notes?
If I did not write it down, so probably not.
Okay. for now because I don't want to have to look through an entire book for this item.
Fair enough.
And I can't Google it either, unfortunately. We're just going to say it's going to do regular damage and then have the additional effect on top.
Right, so 1d6 plus 4.
Plus
Arrow
sneak
damage.
attack, because you have
Plus
you can't
sneak
get 5
attack,
feet.
so
Yeah.
that's going to be 9 piercing plus my sneak attack.
Get your sneak.
Oh,
An additional 10 damage.
Nice.
Damage.
And
Despite
now,
the heavy, I'm just going to point this out right now. Despite the heavy hits she's already taken, she seems to be shouldering them pretty substantially. This creature is very, very strong.
well, she does need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, she is very strong.
Okay, she could still fail this.
She'd have to really fail to fail this.
She could still fail it.
That is going to be a 13,
That will succeed.
fortunately. Yes. She takes it like a champ. The damage is sizable, and you definitely see blood kind of splatter against the ground, but she doesn't seem to be slowed by any sense of the word.
All right, well, that was mine. Go.
Alrighty, that ends Otho's turn. It is now the start of the turn order. The boars are going to disengage and run, which means that these guys are going to move back. There. Mama.
Still attached, yes.
She is still attached, yes.
Cool.
Grab for you your lovely chain here.
He let go of his leg.
Our spider.
The boar disengaged, so it managed to kick her off, essentially.
Cool. Heal the boar, baby.
Nope, not the boar. Okay. As each of the boar take off running, keeping a pace while also maintaining a safe distance. That is Heather's basically environment action, which brings us to top of the turner again, Sturgal. It's also worth pointing out, as the mother lets go of the boar, you notice the inside of its mouth is still burnt from when Milo threw the ball in its mouth.
Oh.
And you see it kind of like nang a bit more as it's like, so it's kind of having some issues there. However, top the turn order, it is Kai's turn. Actually, sorry, I misread that. Apologies.
No,
Kai,
it's all
it's
good.
your
I was
turn.
gonna say something snarky, but you fixed it. I'm gonna do Shatter right in between Mama and Baby, so they're gonna both have to make the save.
All right.
To the
north
south?
is-
Both gonna get hit.
It would be the north.
Southern baby.
It's gonna be the north one, yeah. So I'm gonna put it right in between them, and it'll be 10 feet to each of them.
The
I'm
northern
saying
baby.
Baby got a natural 20, unfortunately.
Baby got
this is
back.
great. Baby got back.
Did you just?
Mama got a 16.
They're both gonna pass. They'll take 5 damage.
When you get a natural 20 on a saving throw, you take no damage. So unfortunately, the baby to the north takes no damage as it dives underneath the sand quickly to avoid your attack and then bursts out.
Ooh.
However, Mama does take half. She takes 5.
Mark, what was that?
What is
I
that?
was trying to click show spell description and roll 20 said no.
Alrighty, Kai, does that end your turn?
It sure does.
Alrighty, that brings us to Sturgal. It is now your turn.
All right. Sturgal will kind of look out towards Otho. Just tell me when to launch the key. And aside from that, let's see. Is height affecting the range at all, or are we roughly around the same height?
You're around the same height, yeah. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
If that's the case, then we are going to give it I suppose a magic missile makes the most sense at this range. Good old magic missile, just level 1. 2 damage, take that.
No, you multiple. You have
That's
to roll
from yeah, but you
multiple
have
of them.
3, don't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
you have-
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was
There you
in
go.
first gate
That's
3
way
mode.
better.
that is.
Your consistency is admirable.
I
That
think
is
you have
8
one more.
damage.
I thought it was 3 at level
I
1.
thought it was 3.
Yeah, it's 3 at level 1.
Is it 3 level 1? Okay, my bad. I'm so
Yeah,
used
so
to
5, 3, 3,
Lionel with
totally.
50.
Yeah, Lionel's
All right.
giant
Yeah.
string.
So that is going to be
So- 8 damage.
8 damage. All right, as you blast Mom with the force damage in the face, she kind of lets out a low growl, like an alligator snarl, and a hiss. And she shakes her head, but she still is like on a warpath. This thing is very strong.
Stragal's going to put the key down between himself and Kai, just in case either of us need to launch it from the call out.
You got it. All right, it is now Hawk's turn. Hawk is going to huck a javelin at his baby. He's to the south.
Who Hawk?
That's Stragal.
Hawk is Zan.
Yes, it is I, Hawk. We are going to launch another javelin. That makes the most sense at this range. 15
Roll
to hit?
again. Roll again.
Oh, right, advantage.
advantage.
You're absolutely right.
Yep.
So 15.
Yeah, 15.
15 is its armor class. You just hit.
All right, and that is max damage, 9.
9 points of damage. Not bad. As another javelin is thrown into the baby.
And
Alrighty.
yeah, that's Hawk.
That brings us to Adden, which I believe that is Gaijin, you're controlling Adden. Adden
That is
gonna
correct.
Do the same thing. He's going to huck a javelin at his southern baby.
He up. And just in case of crit. Oh, there we go. All right, well, like 22, 23?
Absolutely hits, yeah.
All right. Let's just make this easy. 5.
5 points of damage as they huck another one. You hear them yell out, "These things are really tough!" As the javelin does pierce the flesh, manages to get a wound in. It is now Savu's turn. Savu is going to huck a javelin at the northern baby.
Kill.
Kill!
Power
word kill.
Destroy.
Same brain cell.
Power word javelin. Is 11
Rise
plus
from your grave.
5
That
is
is-
going to be a 16.
That hits.
Power word.
Oh yeah!
Power
For another 6 damage.
Another 6 damage, not bad. Despite all the damage, these things are still looking fine, even though they have a bunch of javelins sticking out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, that ends Savu's turn, which brings us to Milo. It is now your turn.
Can I take a 5-foot step to my right?
You can, yes.
Okay, I bore dimensions.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a flat field. You can move around on it. You can also I assume if you're going down the sides, you're holding onto a strap and leaning out the side
Right.
to aim and stuff like that.
Well, I'm bringing Wrath the Hearth with Scorching Ray. Let's go.
All right, who are you aiming for first? Because you have to
Mama.
just all on mom.
All on Mama.
All right, 25. That hits.
So that was 6 for 1. Second Ray. Natural 20, baby!
There it is.
Sheesh, with that hot spice fire. For another 9.
All right, another 9 points.
That was
of
2
damage.
ones. Ugh. All right, Final Ray. Are you good for Final Ray?
Yeah, I'm good for final ray.
Final Ray!
Fight, Ray.
Ooh, not as good. 11.
The first strike blasts her on her back and she lets out a roar. The second strike hits her right in the jaw again, and then the third strike hits the sand as she kind of dodges to the left out of the way. A sizable chunk of damage. And as you kind of hit her, you notice her eyes look up at you and there's recognition.
Oh no!
Oh,
no.
yeah.
He remembers.
I narrow my eyes back.
All right, Milo, does that end your turn?
You know what? Actually, I'm going to use. Well, oh no, I can't do that because it's spelled action. Never mind. Yes.
Alrighty, that brings us to Escan. It is now your turn.
I believe in you.
Escan's gonna call back to Stragal. If she charges us again, toss it over here. And he's going to lean down and cast Cure Wounds on Humphrey.
Okay.
And as a result of having the chalice active, he will also heal himself.
Okay.
Let's go.
Big brain.
Humphrey
Aw.
gets 5 HP back.
Okay, it's
Big
that's more than you
fat
had.
one.
Yeah, but so do you.
You get
I get
five
1d8 plus 4 back. So I will get. I feel so bad.
No, I need this. I
I'm
need this.
sorry, Humphrey. I'm sorry.
I'm on the poster for the show. Damn
You
it.
hear a sad pig noise as he looks up at you like.
Oh, shut up, Humphrey. I'm the victim here.
This is the first time you've ever healed a boar, so.
It is, yeah, and I'm also like leaning over the side, trying to like make contact with his injured
Also,
leg.
try not to get hit by a scorpion tail. So a lot going on.
That too, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
I'm the victim here.
Can I
Alrighty.
bonus action healing word, or does it have to be unleveled?
I think you
already
can only cast one level
removed,
spell per turn.
So it'd have to be
yeah.
unleveled. Okay. That's
Yeah.
good. Then that shall be turn.
All right, East, get that into your turn. It is now the enemy's turn. Mama is going to try to break free of the chain with a strength check. It's a flat strength check. She has to beat a 20 to get out. That was close. 18. She glides down onto the chain and tries to wrench it free, but does not. But you see the chain is like sizably dented. She lets go and then lets out a roar, like this sort of call that just immediately you all have to clasp your hands over your ears. And you watch as the babies ignore the two boards at the flank and seem to be hyper-focused on Humphrey right now.
Oh boy.
As this one, yep, is going to immediately charge, and it's going to go for you, Otho. I need a...
I'd prefer it if you didn't.
I need a competing acrobatics or athletics check of your choice, as it tries to grab and rip you off of the boar.
I'm going for acrobatics. That is a 20 win.
Okay.
Versus athletics. That's going to be a 17.
Let's go.
You are clinging onto the side of Humphrey as this thing leaps up and grabs you by the leg and begins to kind of try and yank you and pull you under the earth.
Well, did he succeed? Wait.
No, he did not succeed, but you are currently clinging on as it's got your leg. However, it doesn't succeed in ripping you off the board. You can still move and attack as normal, but just for, you know,
Gotcha.
just for
Mechanical
flavor's
flavor.
sake.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But can you feel it?
I can dig it, sucker.
Yep. All right. You watch as this one dives underneath the sand and then bursts out here with its dash action.
Oh jeez.
And is immediately trampled by two boars that are bigger than it, right?
No. In fact, it seems to be keeping a pace, aiming for one of you. And Mama is going to use its move action.
Wisdom saving throw.
You got
Here we
it.
go.
She gets
Come on.
Showtime.
Number 2.
I believe this is the one.
Seven.
Failure.
Go!
Oh my god.
That is a failure, as she is now incapacitated.
So
I'm
now we
gonna
focus on the
say-
babies.
Yep.
I was going to say this is the point where you might want to stop the boars and reroute, because now
Yeah.
she's a sitting duck.
Yeah.
She is incapacitated.
How long though? 10.
She
turns?
it's every turn.
Oh.
She has to keep making the wisdom saving throw at the end of the turn.
Gotcha.
Oh, got it.
I like to imagine, Gaius, as you do this, you let out a whistle to indicate that you've done it.
Yeah.
And Heather immediately looks around and is ready to stop the boars, so that way you guys can like jump off or do whatever you need to do or attack, essentially.
Uh-huh.
However, this does mean the babies also are up on your business, but
Mhm.
that ends the enemy's turn, which, Gaius, it is now your turn as the boars will come to a stop.
Can I use my action to get the key, jump off, and force feed it into the thing?
Yes, you can, and there's
Yeah,
no
right next to
check
us.
necessary as you jump off, your
Let's
front
go.
tumble, run over, and just throw the key, which, by the way, as you hold it, you do get smaller.
You're
But
still
as-
giant might.
As you
Yeah.
chuck it into her mouth, you and she becomes small.
I reiterate once again for everyone in chat. Shia Kazi!
That was your action to do so. I will say that, to put the
Okay.
key in her mouth, because you had to like lodge
Hey,
it
guess
down
what?
there.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? Action search.
Hey!
Hey,
Oh
yo! With advantage.
Uh-huh.
Advantage on action search?
chaser.
So here I go, unarmed.
Double advantage because it's still fairy fired.
Yep, unarmed freehand. Here I go.
Oh!
Fucking
Oh.
20.
Let's go.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god.
Holy
That-
shit.
So, now hold on. The damage is here. I still have to bonus action grapple.
You do, yes. So let's do the damage first.
17.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm just double checking incapacity here.
Uh-huh.
So you full on ram this thing into its mouth, rip it out, and as it becomes a smaller creature, you grab its lolling, daydreamy head, and you just, like, Captain Falcon knee strike the bottom jaw.
Oh, I did
so-
the sex knee. Let's go.
So hard. You all hear a resounding cracking noise. And I have to calculate the damage. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh my
here.
god.
Pause for math.
Pause for math.
I think Gaius might have just KO punched this motherfucker.
Okay, I don't want to give away health pools, but nice.
Wow.
All right, now
All
I have
right.
to bonus
Bonus action
bonus action grapple.
Yeah.
So athletics with advantage because of Giant's Might.
He has a giant smite. God, she rolled the same. Oh shit.
25.
He is now
Let's
grappled.
go.
Cool. On the end. Wait. Yeah. So on the end of her next turn, she also takes strangling damage.
You got it. Alrighty, is that in your turn, guys? As you've got this thing now in a headlock.
Yep, that's me, boys.
Alright, Otho, it is now your turn. As your leg is
Oh,
like,
man.
you rip your leg free of the baby.
Oh, what you gonna do when Gaius Agony runs wild on you, brother?
You're just gonna take it in the chin.
He's just
Well.
gonna take it.
this
I have
critter
become
is-
I am now the fucking strangler from SpongeBob.
Roll 20's been doing
So,
some work tonight.
Gaius would have told us that damage would potentially awaken this thing, right?
Yes.
Yes,
So
that's
do we-
something you would be told.
So we're right now we're not wanting to do damage to Ripback herself.
Well, at this point you
just
can
did damage.
because I did do damage, but at this point now we can because it's restrained. It's grappled, unconscious at current.
It's not unconscious, it's incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
It's incapacitated, so we
Gotcha.
can hit. So it gets the save regardless of whether we attack. Is the question?
Yes.
Then
Okay,
Otho
cool.
will simply continue. He'll look down at the baby who whose mouth
I
he
will-
just slipped out of.
Above board, I will say, even if you hit her and she breaks free, her turn isn't until before Gaius's next turn, meaning that is a whole round of damage you could unload on this creature, which is now
Yes,
currently
it's-
unable to move.
We have a free round of hits on this thing.
You do,
Yeah.
yes. So
See-
keep that in
seeing-
mind.
Removing his leg from the baby's maw, he's going to focus himself on the task at hand, and he's going to level his crossbow at Lady here, and he's going to fire.
With advantage because of fairy fire.
Fired. And he missed.
Well,
But he fired
that
again.
one's a 3, but this one
And he
is
missed.
2.
Oh, several out.
no! Do you have inspiration?
I do have inspiration. Am I using it on this though?
I'd save it for a save in case you
Save
get
it.
poisoned.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going to, yeah. I'm assuming
Bonus action
a
stuff.
9 does
Action
not
surge.
hit.
Just action
9 does
I'm
not
going
hit,
to
unfortunately.
Action surge.
Offhand.
I'm going to. I can offhand. I
You
could use
can
dagger.
offhand, yeah.
Throw a
It's
knife
dagger
at
time.
her.
It's still sneak damage.
If you hit.
That's honestly what you're.
That's
There it
there
is.
we go.
No, 23.
Well, yeah, that's a 23.
Well, it's not 23 because you're rolling 2d20,
No, it is a
it's adding
23
it
because
together.
It's
it's plus
17.
6.
Yeah.
What's
My
His
bonus is,
modifier.
My bonus is plus 6. I just
Oh,
happened
your
to roll
bonus
a 6.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah,
It
23.
just
Yeah,
happens
that
to work.
hits. That's on Mama.
It is on Mama. Ooh.
All right, so roll a d4 plus your sneak attack.
I'm not gonna stop doing it.
D4
Don't.
is
Let's
a
go.
3 plus my
3.
sneak attack, which is 2d6.
Let's
It's
go.
gonna be
go.
9.
Nice. for making the match.
That's what we
easy
call
for
in the
me.
business a shellacking.
Oh.
No, what?
Alrighty, you throw out the dagger and it strikes onto her back, and she doesn't even react as she is just dazed. She does get a repeat on the saving throw, correct, Gaius?
She does.
Okay. Wisdom save? Even worse. That is going to be a 5. She is still incapacitated.
Yep.
Alrighty, Otho, does that end your turn?
It does.
It is worth pointing out again, the boars have stopped. They're no longer moving, so keep that in mind. You can dismount now if you wish.
Can the boars fight?
No, they are not. They're not
Okay.
war boars. They're not going to fight.
Transportation.
They're transportation boars. Yeah. Alrighty, that ends Otho's turn. Top of the turn order, the boars are going to take the dodge action as dictated by Heather. Kai, it is now your turn.
Well, since we're all stopped and everything, I'm gonna cast another shatter and I'm gonna hit Baby and Mama.
You got it.
Mama does not get the save, right? Because they're
No,
incapacitated.
she does. Incapacitated means you cannot take actions or reactions. Everything else is as normal. So,
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Well, it's still gonna hit them both, so whatever. Eat this.
All right, baby.
That's the exact same roll. That's an 11.
22 for baby on the con save.
Fuck, I'm attacking the wrong save.
Mama got a 15.
They're both gonna pass 5 more
All right,
damage.
5 more damage.
I'm doing
so
great, guys. I'm having a
You are
great
doing
time.
great. You're actually hitting.
You are hitting. You're doing damage.
You can't miss with shatter.
Well, you're doing as much damage as each of the berserkers each turn, and you're doing it to
Honest-
multiple targets.
Another concussive blast erupts from the sand as Mama is like, it's like watching a dog that's asleep get lulled over to another side. The baby, however, lets out a snarling, hissing noise.
Sucks to be here.
All right, Kai, does that end your turn?
It sure does.
All right, Strgal, it is now your turn.
Strigol, knowing that we kind of have to make a show of this, is going to try. Can he jump and leap on top of Gaius?
Fuck it, why not? Sure.
All right.
Let's go.
He's gonna land on Gaius's shoulder and try to swing down with the halberd.
You got it. Perching like an actual owl in real life, like a parrot on the shoulder.
Advantage.
Hoot.
With advantage. All right. Swinging with the halberd. That's a 16 to hit it.
16 does hit.
Okay. 12 slashing.
Oh my
Now, by the
god.
by the way,
Is that
Monty,
a crit?
Monty,
That's not a crit.
No.
Technical
Oh,
question.
it is max damage for that's a crit, yeah.
Yes,
Technical
Cito.
question. Because we shrank it, does its AC go down as well?
It does not, no.
Okay, fair enough.
If
It just
anything,
makes
it
it
go
a-
up. Doesn't your AC go?
AC would go
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
All
Right.
it does is make it a size category smaller. That's all the key
Cool.
does.
Okay, no, fair enough, fair
I mean,
enough, fair
that's
enough.
very useful in this current situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank the gnomes. They're the ones who made it.
Thank
All right.
you, gnomes.
Thank you, gnomes.
Good gnomes.
Don't
Strigol,
let
is
anybody
that
tell
in
you
your
your
turn?
gnome bodies.
Yeah, that's Strigol.
All right, Hawk is immediately going to let out a war cry. And he is going to charge.
He
While
needs to work on
running,
it.
He is going to huck a javelin at Mama. So that is you, Zan. You have Hawk, and he just goes, and runs in with a javelin throw.
All right. We are gonna. That is a 12 to hit.
Roll it again.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
With advantage. You're right. Absolutely right.
There
23
you
damage
go.
That hits. Go roll damage.
for 5 piercing.
Piercing. As he strikes right into her side, she gets to repeat her saving throw as well.
Yep.
She actually needs to repeat because of Strigol, so I need to quickly roll.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
every
go
time
for it.
on hit, it's not just on her turn.
It's every well, no, she gets to on the end of her turn, but it's also on hit. Basically meaning that if she still is unconscious, she just flat out does not react to anything and has to use her.
Incapacitated.
She has to use her turn to get out of it.
I have rolled 2 5s for this saving throw, which means she's
Oh
still
my
incapacitated.
fucking-
Let's go.
However, for this javelin toss, that is going to be a 12.
That's a failure still.
Oh fuck, okay, she's still out. Alright, Auden's turn. Auden is going to, seeing his buddy, his bro, going up on the field, is like, you know what? YOLO, you only live once, and he's gonna run out.
Yippee
And
What are these
fucking
war
yay.
cries? We got to work on this. They're
he
Delvarian.
is going to throw a javelin as well. So, who I believe Adam is
That's me.
Gaijin. That's your boy.
Yeehaw! So that's just in case crit. Hang on. Okay, good. 22.
22, that hits.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7 damage. She's starting to look rough.
You love to see it.
That's a 10. She's still incapacitated.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta beat a
The
14,
plan
Monty.
works. We had a plan.
Savu. Do you want Savu to go for Mama or do you want Savu to go for Baby? Probably Mama, I'm assuming.
I think
Let's
we
go
would
for
all be
Mama.
focusing Mama.
Yeah.
We have to. If
Fire
we
this
kill Mama,
bitch.
the babies might just run.
Savu's gonna give flanking to Gaius and Sturgal as well.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
They're gonna
Dust
go.
this bitch.
They're gonna go for a battle axe swing. So I believe that is you, Connor. You have control of Savu. Savu
Oh,
rushes
yeah.
out and swings their battle axe.
Thank God for
Well,
advantage.
yeah, let's say 16 plus 2 is...
That's 15 plus 2.
15 plus 2 is 17.
So that hits. Woo.
Alright. And that's a battle axe, which has a different...
D12, so it's 1d12 plus
1d12 plus 3. Let's go!
Max damage.
Oh, let's go! 4.
4 points of
She's
damage.
doing her best.
We keep the saving throw here.
Just
Unfortunately,
wakes
with
her up, I
that
swear to fucking
that-
God!
axe swing, you watch and you feel it, Gaius, as the rune on her face shatters, and she blinks twice and then lets out a roar of rage. She is
Cool.
now no longer incapacitated. She has shooken off the stone giant rune, unfortunately.
Cool.
But
I
she
mean,
is-
that did work.
She is bleeding profusely. She looks very rough.
Here,
Hey,
here's
grapple.
fun fact, she is grappled and she still has the fucking chain in her mouth.
She does, yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That ends Savu's turn, which brings us now to Milo. It is now your turn.
More Rage of the Hearth. Let's go. Last second level spell. Keop going into Mama. 23.
That hits.
Kaboom. 8.
8 points of damage.
Second Ray. 15.
That just hits.
8.
Looking really rough.
Final Ray. 24.
That hits.
Finish it.
8. Wow, consistency.
Wow, fuck
That is
yeah.
insane consistency.
So much damage.
Milo, how do you want to do this? How do you
Let's
wanna
go! So because of just all the fire that's been pumped into her, she just internally combusts, belching out fire as her innards are cooked, and she lays limp in Gaius's grip.
All right, I like to imagine Gaius holds open her mouth as you just unload 3 scorching rays dead center. Like, kind of like Godzilla in that first Godzilla movie where it just rips open the mouth and just breathes the atomic fire.
Yeah!
And Gaius, you feel as her body grows slack, and as it does grow in size, unfortunately, as the
He is
size
destroyed.
thing no longer works.
I think we
She's
destroyed.
dead.
I think we destroyed. Oh wait, no.
No,
Did
the
we
key
destroy
is in her. We're fine.
Oh, okay,
Just
sick.
pull the
We're gonna
key
have
out
to
of
get
her
it
mouth.
back. No.
Yeah.
At some point.
It's gonna be gross.
However, you're not out of combat as we still have 2 babies.
All right.
All right,
running around.
if they really want to just die with Mama,
Milo, does that in your turn?
That ends my turn.
Alrighty, that brings us to Escan. It is now your turn.
What? What?
We're still
Sorry,
fighting the
it's your
babies.
turn.
My thing just rolled, and I don't know where it is.
It's a
Nice.
ghost.
Somebody batted it.
Go, 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 go.
One of the
Nice.
dogs has
It's
it.
the ghost of
Ricky and
the
Gino are
fucking-
rolling it.
Oh no!
Monty, did we skip Ravu?
Ravu, we did. I think last turn we did. Yeah, Ravu's after Gaius. So we can do Ravu now if you want, after Milo's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
They'd
good.
probably go after the remaining baby closest to them.
Yeah, they're gonna go here and flank. You can go ahead
Hit
and
'em.
swing with battle axe there. I believe that is you, Mark. You're controlling
Yeah.
Ravu.
So if they have flanking, it'll be 17.
So it'll be
18.
18.
18.
That hits. Go and roll damage. 1d12 plus 3.
For 15
Oh my
damage.
god!
He really wants to be a berserker.
I want to be a goddamn berserker! She's just hacking into this thing as it's screaming out in anger.
It's like she's saying that while crying too.
All right, Escan, it is now your turn.
Given that Rabu seems to be handling that thing well, and Iskan doesn't want to get in the way, he's just gonna turn her back towards the creature in the front, and he's gonna cast Ice Knife.
You got it.
And as he holds out his hand, the frost will actually go
Just a heads
over.
up, it
Yep,
is
yep.
indiscriminate. I believe it will hit when you're allies.
It's only within 5 feet.
Yes.
I was
which
gonna
you
aim
have.
for the front end. Does
You're
it
gonna-
not matter what
It
size
does
category
not
they are?
matter if it's a creature within 5 feet. It's within 5 feet of its entire token.
Well,
Oh,
then
so
I
targets the
will not
creature, not an
do
area.
that.
Yes. Yeah. So it's gonna unfortunately hit. I mean, the boars are tough. They could probably take it, and you healed them. So.
Yeah, but I don't want to hit them.
Wark explodes.
Work is on Kai. We're fine.
It's like that duck. You know that duck that disappears, where it's like whack, and it just disappears. It's like Wark is like whack, and it just vanishes.
Okay, so
Work is on Kai's
instead-
person, so you're fine.
Instead, he's gonna hold out Mira's staff towards the baby in the front, and I will cast Entangle just on.
We have this lovely,
Rectangle
lovely
for
new
ya.
circles tool here. How big you want it?
It's a square, and it's gonna be that.
No.
Whoa.
Oh god. Oh no.
Like that. There. Okay.
Yes. Here is your Entangle spell. Needs to make a strength saving throw, which it
Okay,
can
these
probably
things are
make, but we'll try.
Pretty strong, unfortunately, but
Yeah, that's what the nat one's for.
not when I roll like that. That is a 10.
Hey,
I rolled
let's
another
go!
I rolled another fucking 5. That is my number of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Die Hard Dice.
So they are restrained.
All right, they are restrained.
Boars can disengage then.
Sure can.
And that'll be turn.
All right. It seems as though the berserkers, like the Vari berserkers, the well, soon to be, hopefully, Hawk and the boys are very determined to kill the babies, probably for their own prize. So they seem to be still locked in combat. However, it is unfortunately the enemy's turn.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Decisions.
It does have decisions. Fuck you, Otho.
What did I do?
Being a shifty little kitty.
Ravu is gonna get an opportunity attack.
Oh man. Who's got Rabu?
That's
Oh.
Mark. That hits. Yeah.
That's gonna be a
Hey.
23 both ways.
1d12
Time to get that
plus
max
2.
damage again.
You wanted
It'll be
it.
7 damage this time.
Still a sizable chunk, as this one's looking rough. However, first it's gonna try and sting you, Otho. That is gonna definitely hit. That's a 27 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That misses.
Too high.
You take 11 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Here I go. That is a 10.
That is a 10. Do you want to use your reroll?
I feel like I might want
Yeah,
to.
that's
Probably
Yeah,
a
this
good
might.
idea.
Remember we said save it for a save?
All right, so using inspiration is a reroll with advantage.
Reroll.
It's just a reroll.
It's just a
Just
reroll.
a reroll. Okay.
Oh,
That's
Natural 20!
Yay! Fantastic. As you avoid taking 24 points of poison damage.
There you go.
Fortunately, that wouldn't have dropped me, but
Good.
it wouldn't have been good.
If it drops you, it's bad. I'll just say that much. However,
Start
you do
melting.
still do take 11 points of damage, and it is going to go for a bite attack against you.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, you shit your pants.
Oh no, it's like someone punched me in the jaw.
Uh,
Deus Ex.
That is going to be an 18 to hit you, Otho.
That will hit.
Alright, you take.
Even worse because you're in the Delvarian clothes, not your normal clothes.
This one's going to hurt. I'm very sorry. You're going to take 15 points of piercing damage as it bites down even harder on your leg.
Oh my gosh, how much damage do these boars take? Oh my.
Yeah, seriously.
They're meaty. Like the boars aren't fighters, but they're big, chunky slabs of meat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just damn.
And they do
Fucking-
outsize them.
And they
Yeah.
definitely do.
The worm out here really looking at Otho like shit yourself now.
Oh. Sorry, I just gotta check something really fast. You think after all these years I'd remember what these, like, you know, conditions would do, but I still forget.
Oh, I always fuck those up. It don't matter.
Alright, its attacks have disadvantage. This one in a frenzy, it can just try and escape the entanglement, can it?
It has to use an action to make another strength saving throw.
So, okay. I think it is gonna do so.
Okay,
makes sense.
DC is
Strength check?
14. Strength saving throw, yeah.
Nope, 13. Just
Yo!
like that.
Oh!
As this thing tries to thrash free of the entanglement, snarling and biting, you just focus Mira's staff on the spot, and the vines just kind of ensnare it even tighter as it unsuccessfully gets out. Or it does not get out at all. Mama is super fucking dead. That ends her turn. Gaius, it is now your turn.
Can I take up space next to the boar, or is that too much?
I'd say you can gently move them back.
Yeah, I
Step
just want to get there.
Does Stragol go along with it?
Yep.
Okay.
Perched on his shoulders.
Here comes flank, baby.
With
All right.
advantage.
So advantage +2.
All right, great axe. Here I go.
Let's go, Chief. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Five.
Yeah, that absolutely hits.
So this plus Giant's Might, 12 plus 4.
Cool.
How do you want to? How do you want to kill the baby?
Yes!
There you go.
I grab it by the tail, and I fucking grab the base of it and the bottom of its underbelly and rip the spine up from the flesh.
You do. You just rip it in half. You hear it like you don't totally dissect it in half because you kind of need to present it as part of your kill for the hunt.
Oh, so then I'll do this then. I'll rip it up just enough, and then as it lets out a scream in agony, decapitation.
You got it. You wrench the head free from the body and drop both halves to the sand.
Hell yeah.
Somewhere in Ark Historia, there's a merchant drinking tea and is like leaning back and goes, "Suddenly feel better about everything." Huh. All right,
All
does
right,
it end your turn, guys?
I don't have any more action surges, so that is turn for me.
Ravu looks up at you and goes, "That was my kill!" and like kind of seems a little sad. However, they are going to... Oh boy, oh boy.
Dude, let them run off of the boar's back and leap into the air.
Yeah.
Let him wall run like a fucking Jet Set Radio character.
Yes.
He's going to climb on top of the boar, and he is going to, like, right up next to you, Milo, which you actually, like, they pat your head twice, like, pat, pat, and then they huck a javelin with advantage at this one.
That's a natural 20.
That is a nat 20.
That is...
Let's
go.
Bro, literally the power of baby rage.
You are wrecking these
That's the holy
fucking
baby
things.
for luck.
I told you guys this would have gone one of two ways. Either it'd be a total stomp, or it would have been really terrible, and you
Yeah.
guys succeeded, so...
The dice
Alright.
are on our side.
What am I
The
rolling
dice
for
are on your
damage?
side. 2d6 plus 3.
Total of 7 damage.
7 points of damage, not bad. This
He's
baby
trying.
is a sitting duck right now. That ends Ravu's turn. Otho, it is now your turn as your leg is loosened and there's a bit of a flaring pain, but you feel okay.
Yeah, as the creature unclenches its jaw from around his leg, Otho just sort of stares at the wound for a second, and his pupils dilate, and he takes one deep breath, and with an eerie calmness, he slides off of the boar and unsheathes his saber.
Oh no.
And walking as if the pain doesn't even register in his leg. He walks over to this thing, and he's going to take a swing.
All right, you have advantage.
Do have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Take some sneak attack.
19 is the biggest one.
That hits.
And yes, so this will be 1d8 plus 4.
Otho's gonna kill you.
7 on the
7
initial,
points.
and then Sneeta is another 7.
7, you're
Oh.
making math really easy. This thing is starting to look rough.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cunning action disengage, and
Got
I'm
it.
going to take a single step backwards, and I'm just going to be staring this thing down. No expression on his face.
It
at
is
all.
like an angry crocodile. Currently, like, you know when you see a crocodile getting like the mouth like kind of shut by like a zookeeper, and they let out that sort of like hiss noise, that deep guttural hiss noise. You hear that from this thing, as this thing is currently just struggling to get free.
That'll be my turn.
All right, that brings us to the top of the turn order. Kai, it is now your turn.
Kai
Kai-
can see
Kai-
Otho.
I'm sorry, Kai uses his neutral.
Well, seeing as how the one that bit Otho is dead, he can see you bleeding, right, Otho?
Yeah, Otho's wearing
I mean-
sweatpants.
I mean, well, yeah, it clearly is. The colors don't really hide blood all that well.
So Kai's gonna move here to start, and then he's gonna look down at this thing. He doesn't know who bit you or what bit you, but he's gonna fire a ray of sickness at this fucker.
Okay.
Ooh,
That is a
Time for some
saving
necromancy and
throw.
Delvaria.
He's firing down with Ray of Sickness.
Yes.
Ray of the sickness.
And I went, no!
I'm very sorry.
I'm just not allowed to have fun. You know what? Fuck it. I stand
Inspiration.
here to defend Otho.
Okay.
All right, you jump down. You still have your bonus action.
Yeah, my bonus action is to stare at this thing menacingly.
You
That'll
got
be
it.
You could spit on it,
Alrighty.
and maybe you'll do necrotic
I'll
damage.
spit on you.
Strigol, it is now your turn.
Strigol is going to move towards here. Is there any like loose debris or anything on the ground?
Oh yeah, there's like rocks and like, you know, shrubs and stuff.
Ooh,
Bro,
can you
you
take
gotta-
like a bit of bone or something from the slain baby?
Sure. You can
Bro,
take a tooth.
Yeah, he's gonna take that and he's gonna catapult it at this one.
You got it.
The fuck, I'm rolling again. Where the hell is this thing?
Ghost got it. Ghost want to play.
Ghost
Undead
dice.
want to play.
This is why you gotta buy Die Hard dice. They're 100% guaranteed not haunted probably.
Not unhaunted dice, yeah.
All right, dexterity saving throw. I
It's
believe this thing
restrained.
has disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
It
it's
does.
restrained.
Yeah.
It's
Disadvantage.
restrained, so it's a disadvantage on this, which is not really good to begin with. Okay. The duality of man. I rolled a natural 20 on the first roll, and then I rolled a natural 1 on the second one. That hits.
All right, that's 15 damage.
From a
15
bone.
damage. Strigol, how do you want to do this? How do you want
Nice.
to
Kind of aiming the halberd. He's going to kind of make the large piece of bone or tooth lighter than air before using the halberd to almost fling the thing like a catapult into the thing's eye.
You do so. It goes through the eye, and you can see it protrude out the jawbone as it lets out one final cry. And as all of you see these creatures slain, you have saved Delvaria not only from the tyranny of the mother sandworm, but 2 babies that could have grown to her size and terrorized the travelers upon these roads. And with that, as its head falls to the ground and the vines around Eastcan, as you kind of release your spell, let loose the body, you all smile, and there's an eruption almost, I don't know if your characters would want to, but all of the Delvarians in the fight immediately let out a cheer of victory and start hugging each other. They like grab you guys and pull you in their arms and give you kind of noogies in celebration. They're like, "We did it!" And like,
Oh,
cheering.
that's cute. Gaius picks them all up in one hug and puts them on their and puts them on his shoulder.
I didn't ask for these touches. I cast Ray of Sickness on the Devar.
Milo immediately turns to Heather. What is she doing?
she's like got a smile on her face, but she looks like her eyes are closed and she's just kind of leaning her head back. You can see her kind of holding where her arm used to be, and she just lets out a heavy sigh of just satisfaction and peace.
Good.
Eastgun-
Whose heart?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Eastgun still has his starry form up, so he's going to upcast Cure Wounds on Humphrey again, and we'll trickle over some healing in Otho's direction as well.
The Delvarians are kind of like looking, like comparing scars. Specifically, I believe might have been Sabu got hit, I think, with some damage. But they begin to kind of measure out the creatures, and they're kind of assessing them. And like some of them are like, "Oh man, I want to get big. Could you imagine a giant bite scar on my shoulder? That would look so fucking cool." And they're kind of like looking around, and like Milo, you get like pat, like you were literally like lifted up and like kind of like paraded around, like, "Look at you, you're a firecracker, you're amazing. We're so glad you had magic. How'd you make it shrink, by the way? We've never seen that before."
Oh, hold on. I'll fix that right away. I go into its mouth and I start rummaging.
As you rummage, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Also, Otho, you're going to get 8 points of healing back, and Humphrey's going to get 15 back.
Amazing.
11.
Yeah. Also, Kai's wrapping up your leg, Otho.
It's gross. You come out of it red, Gaius, but you
Hell
do
yeah.
find the key, which as you hold it, you become small.
Yep.
And then you pocket it, and then become big.
By the way, if I had to go inside, I had to actually shrink anyway. So Giant's Might was proc, so I come out Milo-sized.
Is anybody else like hurt, even mildly?
Otho will still call over, even with the magical healing and the bandages. I am injured.
All right, here you go. I touch your leg for 5 more health.
That is appreciated.
That's a
The
good thing.
Delvarians. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's a good thing I got that 8 out then.
The Delvarians and Heather begin to like basically just generously wrap these things in both rope and chains. Each boar, the mama's getting towed by Petunia and Humphrey.
Is it rolling
It
again?
landed in its bag. How the hell did that happen?
The ghost got bored.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Maybe
ghost
that was
was
what
like,
the
"Oh,
extra roll were. The ghosts were just returning the die
The
back
ghost
to
was like,
your
"Okay, I wanted to play, but I guess you can have your dice back."
The combat.
Yeah, you kept yelling at it, so it put the dice back.
Can't believe this.
That's awesome.
So the Delvarians with their boars are going to tow each baby down each boar. However, the mama has to get towed by 2 boars. This thing is just like what is amazing to you is as you actually pull its body out of the sand, this thing is fucking long as hell. This thing is huge.
Do we just want to decapitate it and take the head with us?
No! You hear Hawk say, "You gotta bring the whole body. It's more impressive that way."
It's
Very
also more
well.
resources for the town.
Look at how many javelins it's got in it. Can you believe that? When people see that, they're gonna fucking love it.
I'm not
That is
one
logical.
I'm not one to showboat, but can I at least have some sort of flair for all of this?
If
mean,
you
yeah.
want, after they judge everything, we can cut off the stinger and you can keep that.
No, I want to ride into town on top of this thing.
Oh.
Oh, I wanted to do that. All the boys are like, "Oh, I want to ride a couple." No. You and the firecracker should ride on top, and the Herflin too.
Glaze, can I ride on your shoulders?
My God, I would have fucking slapped you if you said you didn't.
Cool.
Jesus.
And as the beasts, your kills, are towed up, you guys begin to set out. But as you do, Heather does kind of turn to kind of you, Escan, and Otho and Kai, and as, they're standing, and she turns to all of you and goes, "Thanks. I know you didn't really do it for me, but it's nice to know that at least she's gone."
Well, about that, actually, you're the reason why I thought of it in the first place.
Oh, that's really sweet of you.
I know it won't fix everything, but I hope it helps you sleep better.
On the road, yeah. I mean, they're not all gone. There's still some of these things around, but not of her size. And she kind of points at the giant beast. Still, keeping her above ground is smart. That magic you used is impressive. You can use it to save a lot of people, not just me. She kind of gives a, pat on your shoulder, Escan.
I'd like to.
All right, let's head back. And as you guys mount up and make your way back to Ark Historia with your kill in tow, judgment soon to come. That's where we're going to take our break.
Let's go.
Guys,
God.
we did that
That
before
was-
the break.
Good plan. I'm going to say, like, your guys' is, like, I want to give context here for the chat. These guys had 2 weeks to plan, and they came up with a pretty sizable plan. With
We
what
fucking
resources they had.
used it.
Yeah.
Like almost perfectly.
Yeah. If that incapacitation didn't go off, it could have been really bad. If she broke out of the chains, that could have been really bad too.
Yeah, but
I did have
everything
Entangle on
went off.
standby.
Everything went off well. We did not have to resort to Plan B or C.
Yeah, they had a lot of backup plans.
Uh-huh. Holy shit.
Oh god, I gotta stand up.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'm sweaty.
That's why I got 2
Although-
fans going in here.
Half of that was me looking for my fucking dice.
Also, I'm gonna
Which-
defend the Heather and Escan friendship. They can be friends. There's no reason they can't be really good friends.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
what do you mean? All relationships between a man and a woman have to be romantic or sexual. I
Fuck
don't
off.
understand.
That
Or
person
both.
has no rights.
Oh my god.
I don't understand. Can someone does anybody have any pictures like a diagram I can look at?
Oh man. Oh my god, good fight though. Like seriously, I'm like the when you guys were planning, I'm like I think you guys have this as long as like the rolls are like decent. Like, but luck's always a thing. Like I
was a
straight up
good
told
plan.
you, I'm like if it's just like, yeah.
I love it when we plan. Like fucking
I love it too.
Operation Dino Drop was so much fun to pull off.
I love plans. Like the thing is too is like, and I feel like this is something people, the mistake that people get into is like, if you're a DM and your players come up with a plan, let it work. Just let it happen. Like, don't try and make it like
the DMs
don't,
will counter
Oh,
it. Yeah.
don't counter it. No, never counter it because it's more fun to see a plan go off and work. It's so fun. Like, obviously, you have to be beholden to the rules. Like, a good case in point is, like, Dungeons & Mad Mage. You guys did a fucking batshit insane plan, but you had to make checks, and you guys made them. But if you did fuck them up, then that would have played out. Like, that was that's already there,
It's the
right?
specific sort of satisfaction.
Yeah. Mike Crank and Fluid Mart. Yeah, that was another one. That immediately fucking helped you guys
Oh, yeah.
significantly. Yeah.
It's the specific sort of satisfaction that comes from setting up pieces and knocking them down.
Yeah. Let your players win. It's good. It feels really good for them.
It's
Like,
yeah. In Gateway, this also happened as well. They were raiding a bandit stronghold, and they had really good armor and really good weapons. The bandits did anyway. Well, they were slavers, but different. Anyway, they gathered their allies. They made a plan. They got a car, and they fucking did it.
I love it. It's so
Yeah.
good. Like I love it. I love plans. I think the mistake people get into is just like, oh no, they're planning. I have to counter it, or like give them pull the rug out from under them, give them a gotcha moment. And I'm like, don't do that.
You gave us that because she started charging forward faster than we could
She
outrun
did,
her.
yeah. Yeah, she was like, well, the thing was, you hit her baby, so then you were right. She got pissed off, so she immediately was on the offensive at that point. It was less hunting and more like anger and defense at that point. So
The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry.
All right. Well,
I'm
with
back.
that, or do we want to have the Bosco halftime show?
let's
I
go.
mean, it's always the Bosco halftime show. You guys were just giving commentary.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, I do want to point out before we get too into it, the sandworm is actually in the Cobalt Press Tomb of Beasts. I used a slightly modified version of it, though. I want to change up a couple things of it. So, like, the babies were not as strong. However, Mama was, like, an anomaly. They're normally large, but Mama was huge for the sake of her, notoriety. So,
I have a question, Monty.
yes.
Had I not nat 20'd that Constitution saving throw, and taken 22 poison damage, and let's just say theoretically it would have put me at below 0 HP, what would have happened?
If poison root damage reduces the target to 0 points, the target is stable but poisoned and paralyzed for 1 hour, which means you would have gotten dragged underneath the sand and eaten, basically, at that point.
Oh, good.
So if you or Otho basically hit 0 points and then they grabbed you, you would be able to react and they would just pull you beneath the sand.
If I failed that
handing in our
save,
character sheets.
if I failed that save, it would have brought me to 1.
Oh. So yeah, that was the danger. Like, as much as people are like, oh, that was super easy, I'm like, if you guys
It was
fucked up,
not easy.
you guys could have gotten like
Col-
pulled underneath the sand and potentially killed. Like,
Kobold
there was
press-
a threat there.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, go
Kobold
ahead,
press- Kobold press monsters have a very massive tendency to like not sound as threatening as they will, but then like the meta of them is fucking disastrous.
Yeah.
I just know that on the list of important nat 20s in my life, that was gonna be top 5 for sure.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one. You would take half if you'd succeeded, by the way, so you even steadily would have taken damage.
Also, I'm gonna quickly.
Yeah, but my Constitution saving score is a +1,
Oh.
so it basically had to be a nat 20.
Hey, Mark,
What's up?
this better be worth it.
No, fuck off. No, I thought I'd healed. How could you?
I will be right back. I'm just gonna grab a drink.
Yeah. I have told so many people that story.
So was it worth it?
Fuck off. I actually just found that character sheet the other day too, and I
I don't know
looked
why you
at it
still
and I
have it.
was like, oh.
That was
Look at
before we
this
started
poor
cremating.
character.
That was before we started cremating dead characters.
Yeah. Oh God.
God damn it,
Fucking-
Zito.
Ivan,
Goblin
rest
and
in
Sprig
not
are sleeping
peace.
together.
Aww.
Aww.
Yeah, I can't believe Ivan died so White Fang could run
What?
or something.
How the fuck does that work?
So
It's
This
true.
is-
White Bang crawled at best.
so very not like relevant for like anybody else listening, but if you recall, Wolf had a certain talisman, and he only had that talisman because Ivan was
Because of
like,
Ivan.
erased
Yeah,
from
that's not White
existence.
Fang.
But you would not have gotten to White Fang if not for Wolf.
What does that have to do with him having the talisman?
It's a through line, Bosco. If Ivan hadn't existed, which technically he didn't, but he did, but he doesn't anymore, then Wolf would not have existed. And if Wolf hadn't
you-
existed,
no, he just
you
wouldn't
would
have had the
never have
talisman.
played White Fang.
What?
Bosco, don't think
What do
about it. Just accept it.
It's the butterfly
You're right.
effect,
As
dude.
long as I don't think about it, it doesn't sound batshit insane.
It's
Yes,
the butterfly
and.
effect.
You know what, Mark? You're absolutely right.
I like my friends.
I agree. I like you too, Gaijin, I think.
Hey.
If we go back in time and stop,
Well, we haven't
Uh,
played Halo yet together, so we'll find out if we like each other still.
I like you, Gaijin. I feel.
Thank you.
I feel
Zan, when are you gonna invite me to Mech Warrior?
Yeah. I'll throw you an invite this week.
Because you keep sending me messages, and I'm like, is he gonna invite me to
I am so sorry. I should just get over my nervousness and be like, all right, well, he might be busy, but if I just ask, if he said worst case scenario, he just says no.
I was about to say, like, I think we all collectively as an entire society need to get over the fact that the worst that can happen is they say no, that they're busy, and that's not a problem.
Fair enough.
Although I do have, I do have like a bunch of tabletop to play tomorrow.
That's me this weekend. I'm gonna be doing Conquest and Classic BattleTech.
God, I wish I was you. I want to play Conquest. I need to make my list and play against Gaius, not our Gaius, the D&D Gaius.
We
my
know
friend
who you
Gaius.
mean, Monty. You don't have to preface that.
I know.
We know there's a real Gaius.
Gaius, not Gaius, has become Gaius's name, similar to Monty's good friend Shay becoming
Oh
Shay's
my
name.
god. God damn it. All right, we all back? We get. Oh, I forgot to grab my water. 1 second. Sorry.
That's a mood.
Do you guys ever think about how if George Washington Carver didn't create peanut butter, we'd never have school lunches?
No.
We just
Never
replaced them with fattening pizza. Oh wait.
Or vegetables, as they would call it.
Yeah, vegetables.
My
aka
I put
favorite
vegetables on
Pizza.
vegetables.
Italian vegetables.
Oh, zucchini. I see.
Bro, everyone thought I was weird for eating zucchini as a kid.
I love
Zucchini's
zucchini.
delicious.
I love
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Also, if you
grill-
like pickles and hate cucumbers, you're a liar.
Yeah. If you grill zucchini and
Oh
add
my
Italian dressing on it, I guarantee you're gonna have a good time.
A little bit of
Zucchini
garlic
and
salt
baked-
Stir
too.
fry. Zucchini and stir fry is so good.
Baked zucchini with parmesan is like molto bene. I love it.
Or,
It's
or
good.
put it in a ziti.
No.
Keep it
don't
away
say
from
that.
Zudo.
Yes. Put it
Don't-
in a
don't-
ziti.
Don't fucking
Alright.
say that. You're gonna fucking trigger every person who said haha ZD at me, and you fucking ruined it. I can't
Oh,
believe
I'm
this.
sorry. I didn't even
Christopher
think that
Ziti?
that was a thing. I
You-
apologize.
You created the cycle yet again, you son of a
It's
bitch.
an actual
Look what you've done. You've
pasta.
put him into
I know-
PSD.
I fucking know that, but everyone else likes to meme it up.
All right,
I didn't
zucchini.
know that. I was
All
just
right,
trying to
all right,
say-
You've
zucchini
broken him.
enthusiast, shut up. All right, are we all good to go? Is everybody back? Is
No,
Connor
we
here?
haven't settled this Z
Hey,
debate.
you guys want to see my session notes?
Yes, please.
Sure.
We did it.
That's like my
We
masturbation
did
notes.
it.
We did.
We did. Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, Connor's here, Bosco's here. Mark, you good to go?
Yeah.
Zan, you're good to go?
Yep.
Zeter, you're good to go?
Yeah, I feel like that deserves a little short on the YouTube channel. You want to see my notes? We did it.
What if I'm not ready?
Are you ready, Gaijin?
Yes.
You just need to be asked. There's protocol. You just-
All right. Well, with that, let us jump back into the dungeon. Oh my God, my brain is on.
Bonnie, please, I don't want to die tonight.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let us return back to the Unexpectables. Like,
We're good. Let's go brag about what we did.
hold on.
Incessantly.
Yeah, be like, y'all bitches couldn't do this.
Let us enter. Let us enter the gungeon.
I thought Delvarians were supposed to be good at this.
All right. You guys, with the time that you have, make it right at the cusp at the end of the competition. As you essentially make your way into town, with your massive beasts in tow, you see that the ground, like the road leading into the city, is marred with blood. It is
Oh.
the sand is just red, filled with drag marks. There is a sizable groove in the earth where your other competitors have no doubt made their way through. As you make your way in through town, you see people leading off of buildings, looking down at the kill. Children in the street waving and cheering, waving at you, Gaius, Milo, and Sergal, and as well as Hawksmen and the rest of the party as well. Heather seems a little more shy. You know, she seems like, yay, but also more like, I didn't really do anything. Don't look at me. She's not a warrior. She's a traveler. But as you make your way through, you see warriors kind of give you nods of respect, like nice. You see guards of the city kind of stopping and holding people back who want to reach out and touch your kill. And they're like, no, step back as you make your way through. Eventually, you find yourselves in the proving grounds where the many kills have been piled up and are baking in the hot sun. There's a bit of a horrid smell that comes with this. However, as you make your way through, you see other warriors, groups of warriors with other beasts. One of which you see that interests you is you see a multi-headed serpent. Its head's cut at the base with about 10 heads, unmoving and dead. It almost looks like a squid if the tentacles were instead snakes. You see about 6 men, very strong looking, standing next to it. As you continue down, you see what appears to be some sort of scaled, almost like lizard-like creature. However, it doesn't look like it looks kind of like a lizard. It has a massive skull and head, almost rivaling the size of your kill, though it lacks that massive horn. However, its jaw is held open. It has tiny little arms, very long, strong-looking legs, and a long, kind of triangular, muscled tail. You see other myriads of beasts. You see lions. You see other creatures. You also notice that horned creature that Heather had mentioned, which you never really saw. You think at first it's like a rhino, but it's not. Let me try and find a descriptor of it here. Where is it? Oh, it's in my other book. Sorry. Did I not tab it out? I did not tab it out. Hold on. I did tab it out, but I'm stupid. There we go. You see a carcadon. It looks like it has the face of a cow. However, it's completely like covered in tough, leathery hide with no fur on it. It has no hooves, but instead 3 claws at the end of its quadrupedal feet. And at the top of its forehead, a massive, probably 3-foot-long horn that spirals. Black like obsidian. And it currently sits dead amongst 3 men. Further still, you see that 12-year-old kid standing as proudly as all the adults, almost like putting on a bit of an act to look tougher, as you see him standing on top of a sizable-looking hyena that has arrows in it.
Aw.
As he sees your kill, he immediately like loosens and looks, and it just looks in awe, like, oh.
Oh.
Strigol will look
Get
down.
on our level, kid.
Strigol will look down in awe of the hyena.
The kid gives you like a woo, like kind of a war cry, and like brings out his bow and shakes his weapon in appreciation, like almost a cheer for you.
Oh, I mimic his movements with my great axe.
He has like a big smile on his face.
Hell yeah.
Eventually, you find yourself a plot, dragging your creature and unloosening the chains. You are barraged constantly by the other warriors. How'd you kill it? How'd you bring down the beast? To which you regale them of your triumph, your fishing, your explosion, your mastery of war magics.
Others look like they're like also sporting up their kill, right? Making
Oh yeah, it's like a convention. It's just like yeah. This is my kill. I fought it here, and I used this technique to bring it low. Like it's
Car
very
show
much
for
like
monster hunters.
Would it be
yeah.
as we're still dragging it in? Strigol will kind of go over towards Kai and Otho. Why don't we pick one of the sea shanties and sing it as we go in? It'd be an impressive display.
You guys
Something
have already made your way in.
Oh,
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. You're already in, yeah. I'm very
Never
sorry,
mind.
Zan. Unfortunately, you missed your window there.
Okay.
However, you do place your things, and yeah, a lot of people come up and they're admiring you. They're asking questions, you know, like what's your preferred weapon? How'd you take it out? You know, and Hawk and the boys are just reveling in it. They love it. They're just like they're standing.
Yeah.
They're very much like the you know, foot on top of the kill, hands at their waist, you know, looking pretty proud. And Heather does kind of stick around, but she kind of stays in the back. She's doesn't seem to be like the type of person who really wants to be in an audience, or rather on stage with an audience watching. It is then that walking through and cutting through the crowd, you see a familiar sight. I will show their artwork again because why not?
Everyone, contain your thirst.
You cannot contain this.
No, it's uncontainable. Unquenchable.
As you see-
Electrolytes for eons.
As you see Redmond making his way through and kind of like asking people to kind of move your kill back a bit. And they're like, okay, and he kind of was impressive. Eventually he makes his way down and catches your eyes, and he looks and he goes, 3 beasts for the 11 of you?
Aye.
Mighty indeed. And you watch as like Hawk and the boys are like trying not to fangirl a little bit at this guy. He's like, yeah, we killed those guys.
Strigol will join them.
Very well, we will see what the prince says to your judgment. I'm sure he's going to be impressed.
Guy's just like standing at attention, like his arms crossed over the head of his axe, like trying to like look somewhat impressive, despite his half sleepy demeanor.
You guys partake of water. You guys talk to people until your voices go hoarse. There's so much talking, so many questions, the same questions having to be re-answered over and over again, but met with such enthusiasm. No one seems to care what you are. They all seem enamored by what you did.
Aw.
I love it here.
After a while, you hear the crowd begin to move and disperse as guards of the city begin to make their way through and basically just politely request people to step back as the judgment is going to begin. You hear kind of a call over the audience go, everyone move back! Prince Razor is about to make his judgment. Have your kills presented and your man lined up next to your kill. On the right side, please.
Sold into soul, Gaius.
Line up, boys.
Taking a feather, kind of a stray feather from Strigol, he's going to kind of put it into Gaius's pocket and cast Enhance Ability for Eagle Splendor, giving him a advantage on any charisma checks he might use.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I also have an inspo on that too, so Gaius, like, again, takes that stance and just, like, has his arms across the head of the axe. Like, I guess, like, yeah, he has, like, all of that. He's leaning against the top of it and just, like, standing upright and looking to the sky with, like, a stern face.
It's the Chad meme, but Gaius.
Yeah, basically. I mean, if Gaius could, he would strap all of his weapons to his side, so it's like
I'm just
regalia
excited to see who
what
gets second
everything
place.
is.
There's a lot of really good contenders.
As you all get into place, Redmond still calls out. He goes, "Again, do not speak unless you are asked a question to clarify in which way you had slain your beast. Understood?"
Thumbs up.
Yep.
Immediately, there's a raucous roar of a response. That's the
Well,
spirit.
They all lost. No, they said don't talk. They lost. We win.
He didn't say it. Razorback says.
GG, shake my hand.
Again,
Redmond didn't say.
All right.
by submitting to this competition, you have agreed that your head be mounted upon the Stronghold Keep as a symbol of Delvaria's power and the threats that we face on a daily basis. You'll be compensated for this by a feast in your honor and the chance to join the Delvarian Berserkers to train directly under Rergerar Ragnus.
Hey, Monty.
Uh-huh.
Do I need to do an insight check when he said that your head will be mounted? He means
I was just gonna ask. The phrasing was very poor.
Go for it.
I'm so scared.
I am scarred.
Pick one from your group. They will die.
Their head will be mounted.
14.
14. He seems to be talking about your beast.
Okay, good.
Okay, he should probably say that. Just,
The reason you
for
think
reference.
that-
Who's the weakest of your group?
Because as he says that, you're like, oh god. You see him turn, he goes, we're gonna need the big axes for some of these monsters this week. And you're like, oh,
That
thank
still
God.
doesn't really clarify it, but all right. Specifically for Escott, who's a big monster.
Seeing Easton look nervous, Strigol's gonna 180 his head in place.
Yeah, that helps.
What's
Yeah, don't
what's
look
that?
conspicuous
Guys
at
get
all.
big? Okay. No!
Alright.
Who amongst you will donate their head?
Additionally, if your beast is not poisonous, its body shall be used as a feast for the entire city.
Uh-oh.
Well, see
The
what
poison's in
happened
the tail.
was.
The poison's in the tail.
Man.
No one suffered poison damage from the bite, so it's good.
Would have been an excellent way to get rid of all of them.
Wow,
Oh,
fuck
oh.
off. There's a bit of mulling about, a bit of logistics. You actually see them very quickly construct a stage, kind of around in a space. You see
Tensor's floating stage, I see.
individuals. You see that they actually bring what looks to be almost like a two-person wood saw. You know, like the ones that you saw back and forth with. However, these are very wicked. They almost have almost like a bend to them. It is then that a chill runs through the audience as you begin to hear people go, "Sam, hush, hush, quiet," and everyone begins to quiet as Redmond kind of looks behind himself and seems to walk off towards the beginning of the standing line. As you stand there waiting, you see approaching, massive in height, a mountain of a man, and you can very well see where the fire giant blood flows in his veins. Rergerar Ragnus, walking down and making his judgments upon the creatures that have been slain. And he looks like this.
Uh-oh, we got double art?
Oh boy.
Oh. Wait for it.
Oh, it's coming.
Wait for it. Shaboom! Oh,
no,
my
he's
God.
hot.
No, he's huge.
He's huge.
Holy
That fucking axe,
shit.
bro. What the
I get-
fuck?
Ganondorf,
Oh my
is that
God.
you?
Poor Aya.
He's so smoldering.
It's,
Oh, that's not fair.
wow.
As he
Yikes.
moves, every time he turns to face someone, they immediately straighten. You can't hear what he's saying, but his voice is firm and commanding. Eventually, he makes his way closer, and you see him standing in front of the boy who killed the hyena.
Aw.
And the kid at first was like, yeah, I'm a badass. But the moment that this man walks up to him, he's like, gets kind of scared.
Oh no.
You can see him kind of shaking every single point of his body.
Oh.
And now as you get a closer look at him, I will describe him to you. You see an absolute unit of a man. He's wearing pauldrons of fur and iron that has been casted to look like a boar's head. At his waist is a thick leather belt with boar tusk and a large metal boar at its center. He wears 2 straps with an orange crystal inlaid in the center, a massive bone axe strapped with leather. He is wearing thick pants that come down to greaves bearing the same boar-like visage and heavy leather boots. His weapon is as long as Iscan is tall. However, his most striking feature is his eyes and his hair. His eyes are dark, with a singular mote of orange in the center that betrays his view, and his hair is unnaturally red, like molten flame that flickers. And his complexion almost seems unnatural in its presence. You have not seen a human being with this sort of grayish brown complexion. It's very unique. As the boy is like shaking in front of them, you watch as he kind of looks down, like sort of like a pathetic, you know, the pathetic meme.
Pathetic, yeah.
Pathetic.
How old are you, boy? And the kid kind of, I'm 12. When you are a man grown, come back to this competition. I'd be interesting to see what size beast you slay by your hand, if this is what you can kill at your age.
Aw.
And the kid kind of nods and steps back. Then he slowly walks in front of you. In his eye, he's been pretty expressionless from what you can gather. His one eye curls upwards at the sign of your beast. He takes his axe and puts the head of it on the ground, kind of using it a bit like a walking stick, I suppose, just kind of leaning his hand on it. And he kind of looks up and down the beasts. This is Ribback, isn't it?
Is he speaking to us?
He is speaking to you, yeah.
Aye.
She's as strong as she is elusive. How did you keep her above ground long enough to kill it?
With chain.
Let me see. He kind of actually approaches and gives a sharp whistle, and you see that he's actually flanked by 2 other, like, fucking just meat slabs of people, a woman and a man.
Killer men.
Sturgal, you would recognize this as the frontliner Delvarian Berserkers.
Bergal's gonna hold on in his pocket to the locket of Tainor and try to keep his resolve.
You watch as they lift open the beast's mouth and look inside. You watch as he steps over and actually rips out one of the javelins out of the side. And he kind of looks at it. 2 feet deep, not bad. And he hucks it to one of his men who catches it and kind of looks at it. He kind of looks and you see where he finds where the hook had actually entered in. And he actually like shoves his hand into it and pulls it out, covers it in blood and kind of sniffs it and looks at it. It's impressive. His eyes wander across each of you. And he stops on you, Sturgal. I know you.
And I know you.
you see his eyes kind of narrow and curl. Go ahead and roll for me an insight if you wish.
Oh,
Okay. Oh god, let's go.
you got this. Come on, big roll.
That's an 8. Oh, I was with advantage. That's my bad.
You can't really read his emotions. It seems like a cocktail.
Strigal's heart is also racing, so it makes sense.
Yeah, all of you are kind of like, ha, ha, ha. I'm going to say Gaius.
Yeah.
Your background is athlete, right?
I sure am.
I want you to roll an insight with, I'd say, advantage.
I get advantage anyway because of my stone blood.
Oh, right. Yeah. Go for it.
Yep. Here I go. Insight. Yahoo.
Oh
God
my
damn it!
God.
An 8!
God.
Wow.
Wow.
High five
Man.
and mediocrity.
High five.
The autocracy.
Can I roll inspiration to fucking bleed this?
Oh,
Go
wow.
If you want to,
I haven't fucking used this for 5 episodes. I may as well here.
go for it.
15.
There you
Better.
go.
Okay. Gaius, you've met your fair share of warriors. You've also met your fair share of Delarians. You've also met your fair share of just, combatants. The man carries himself in a way that suggests to you that he is impossibly strong.
Mm-hmm. The fucking fire giant hair alone is like, it's, the guy's intimidating, so everyone's kind of intimidated, but Gaius is more just like looking at this man, like, yeah, his strength is not something to fuck with, but like, there's a inspirational awe to how Gaius is looking at this man, more like a sign of respect that this dude can fucking probably devastate an entire building by looking at it.
He takes a decent while looking at your beast. He seems to take a decent while with everybody's beast. Redmond also joins him in quick analyzation as well, determining, the age, the size, how long this beast has been. They also seem to have a record keeper, interestingly enough. A tall yet sort of like a portlier man. Very like weirdly dichotomy is different. He's got a very sweet face. He looks like, you could tell him your problems and he'd listen to you. But he does present records of specific creatures. For example, the Hydra apparently was menacing fishermen at certain lakes and was traveling, migrating lake to lake and being a bit of a menace, and they note that down. Your beast in particular, they seem to note, and the man kind of approaches Rare Gerard and is just like, Your Majesty, it come to our attention that Ribback has killed over 20 caravans, 10 of which are our own personal Ark Historia led ones. This is a sizable divot in what could be an antagonistical force, at least to the west. And he kind of looks back and goes, I know that. And he's like, of course, Your Majesty, and steps back. Impressive kill. Impressive skills. I myself am not a fan of magic, but it brought results.
Milo shrinks a little.
Aw.
That was
Kai
your
does not shrink.
handiwork, was it? As he looks towards you, Milo.
Yes, sir, but...
Speak louder, I cannot hear you.
Yes, sir, it was given to me by a divine intervention from my god.
I see. Well, let us hope that our god is watching you and favors you. Next kill. You watch as he begins to walk off.
With respect, sir.
He stops in place and turns and looks at you.
We did not do it for you or your god. He'll look towards Heather. We did it for her.
Heather immediately, as Rare Gerard looks at her, is just like, kind of like shuffles behind her pores, not wanting to be pointed out, and just kind of peeks behind. I see. An honorable sort.
And Strigal will take a step back into the line.
It is curious seeing you here, Halberdier. I thought your people were still busy licking their wounds.
We are, sir. But they could spare me long enough to try to manage something greater than ourselves.
Some sport, then.
Justice, vengeance, and yes, a bit of sport.
You see his eyes narrow at you at that. You can go ahead and roll another
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go. Come on, roll 20.
12.
Wow, you rolled like shit.
Seize that guy and throw him out the
Let's
airlock.
go.
When you say vengeance in particular, you see him get a little lockjawed. And you see his eyes dart to his men and almost gives them a glance, and then you see them look towards you.
When he says vengeance, Strigol will look towards Heather like the vengeance was on her behalf.
Her arm.
Yeah.
Very well. And as he walks away, you see Redmond actually walk up to him and go, "You know, you can't be biased." And he watches, he turns to Redmond and goes, "Shut up," and keeps walking. And Redmond just kind of does like a bit of a shrug and a smile and follows behind him as he continues on.
Oh, the Tin Man does have a heart.
Strigol is going to then, once he's back in the line and the prince moves on, going to stress eat a handful of crickets.
He's
Before
just
handing
gonna
the
put
bag-
a hand on his shoulder.
Before handing the bag over to Milo, because Milo so I need it.
Milo just just a gradient of height of cricket eating. How, Money, just so I know, how did I stand next to him? How high was I?
You don't even reach his knee.
Yup.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mole.
E-Scan and Guy, because you guys are 6 foot, right?
I
He's
am-
6'4".
Escan and Kai are both 6'4".
Okay,
5'9".
E-Scan and Kai, your head would just touch the bottom crest of that belt he has strapping against his chest. So your
Jesus
head's within
Christ.
that. Yeah, this guy's fucking huge. But about an hour passes as he finishes his judgment on the rest of the creatures, and there seems to be some deliberation as, you know, people are kind of watching. At this point, like, kids are now, like, running to the front of kind of, like, where there's a perimeter being held and people are watching. And you can see Rare Gerard, Redmond, and a few other delegates. Interestingly enough, one that shows up, and immediately you hear Rare Gerard say, "You're late," in a kind of a snarling voice. You see a very strange man enter into the scene quite late, yawning, seeming unbothered. He is quite tall. He's probably the same height, probably slightly shorter than Escan and Kai. He's wearing what seems to be very, very beautiful, like, red and silver robes. And the most interesting part of him is he's got a singular horn growing out of the side of his head. And on the entire, like, right side of his body, you see his hand is a dragon claw, and he has a tail behind him.
Oh.
And like draconic eyes as he kind of yawns and goes, "I'm sorry, I was asleep." And you watch as he begins to look at the creatures as well, just quickly taking a glance, his eyes shimmering with some sort of magical power. I would say Kai and Strigol, roll me an Arcana check.
On it.
Oh boy.
Magic.
Magic?
Magic.
Oh, that's animal handling. I'm sorry.
23 for Kai.
Fuck. Strigol's still stress eating.
No, handle that animal. Let's do it.
Just handle the animal.
Kai, there are 2 things you get from this check. Unfortunately, Strigol, you are just stressing. Kai, there are 2 things you know. One, this is a sorcerer. This is a draconic
Sure is.
sorcerer.
It's a specific kind of sorcerer, I'm betting.
Yeah, he is a draconic
Yeah,
sorcerer.
dragons.
If you've ever
Yep.
fucking seen one. The
I
other
play
thing,
one on Sundays.
The other thing is that he's clearly casting Detect Magic and is just detecting any magical essence
Oh boy.
on people.
Good to know.
Eventually returning back and speaking with the rest of the group. Eventually, Redmond, Rare Gerard, and this sorcerer, as well as the entourage of scribes who definitely seem out of place here. You're not used to books in Delvaria, and this is very strange to see even bookkeeping happening, but, you know, it is a country, it probably needs it. Eventually, they stand on top of the stage, and you hear the audience go, "Hush, hush, hush," and immediately quiet down, as you can all feel your hearts in your chest. Redmond kind of stands up top and goes, "Everyone! Warriors! Fighters! Travelers and friends! We thank you all once again for another year of a successful grand hunt. And there's a raucous cheer and roar over the audience. You watch as Hawk and the boys immediately are like, oh, like shaking their axes in excitement.
Get their nerves out just through shouting.
Yeah.
We all know that this is in celebration of the late Queen of Delvaria, a woman of the hunt, a woman of great strength. It is also a service that we do to our people, and to prove ourselves worthy in Delvaria's eyes. As we fight down beasts that have frightened and killed our neighbors, friends, brothers, and sisters we have and have yet not made. And there's again another raucous cheer. And even Heather actually kind of cheers at that too. Those who win receive this feast in their honor, with some consolation prizes for those who got close, and there's kind of a chuckle and a laugh, and free drinks for those who did not succeed. Except for the young one there. You're not ready yet. And you see the kid kind of go kick the dirt a little bit.
Oh.
Aw, gee whiz.
Give him a chocolate milk. God.
We have selected our winners, the prime of which will receive an item of the prince's choosing, as well as having their head mounted on top of the stronghold for this year to come. Third place goes to the Karkadan Kill by the Bloody Fangs, and you hear a raucous cheer as the warriors like slam their chests together and high five and shake their heads.
Oh.
It was a fine kill. For this, you are gifted 2 Delvarian war boars to use as your mounts. And you can see them get really excited at that prospect. You also are offered a place in Delvarian Berserkers should you wish to take it. Second place to the Hydra's Kill. And you watch as there's another raucous cheer. To the Bloody Adders. And there's again a raucous cheer. Your prize 6 Delvarian boars, 2 of which are war boars, and breeding pairs.
Oh, shit, we could have used those.
There's a cheer. And in first place, the party of Hawk for their kill against Ribback and her children.
I want you to know
Damn
that
right.
guy. I want you to know that Gaius, when he says that, Gaius fucking leaps into the air, just like arms out, legs out. Woo!
Yes!
I believe we're all just hoping and cheering.
Your prize, a weapon of your choosing, made of the beast you have killed, as well as hard Delvarian iron. A feast in your name, and a place among the Delvarian Berserkers. Delvaria smiles upon you this day, for your efforts against the wicked have been not unnoticed. And immediately the audience lets out a raucous cheer. You watch as Rejar Aragnus walks over with his axe, primes it on the neck of your beast, and severs it from the back all the way to the earth in a single swing.
Monty, should I give you my character sheet now, or?
I was gonna say.
As the head lulls, you watch as Rejar calls for 4 more berserkers to shoulder it and carry it up to the strongholds. You are all paraded through the town as the body of your beast is dragged forth, and you watch, almost like ants dissecting a large kill, a just platoon of Delvarian men and women just begin to draw and quarter Ribback. The large bones being set aside to make your weapons. As the feast is now yours to attend.
I mean, are we actually?
Does
Yeah, you guys-
anyone... Oh, go ahead.
You guys are walking through town as everyone is throwing, which is really weird, they're throwing grain at you specifically. Like, they're not throwing, confetti. They
I
seem to
have
be
to
throwing,
waste.
bits of grain at you.
What were you gonna say, Zito?
I was about to say, does anyone look at Gaius while all this is going?
I'm pretty sure most of us are looking at you since this is
We're
kind of
all
your
looking
thing.
around, yeah.
There's fucking tears in his eyes while there's still a smile.
You've done well,
Aw.
Master Gaius. You should be proud.
Not something I thought was attainable. He's like biting his lip at the bottom, and he's just like looking over at Strigal, wide-eyed, just like trying not to just bawl in fucking absolute emotion.
Oh, Mr. Agni.
This is
We
what I
all
set out
knew we
for. I'm
We
sorry, go
all
ahead.
knew this was inside of you.
Indeed. Enjoy this moment, for it is rare, but for you, my friend, I foresee a lot less rare than for the rest of us.
Hey, Gaius.
This is the yeah.
Milo will the run in whatever way that is possible up to you and do like the hug entire torso because he's so small. He looks up at you and he says, "If you never need a little extra firepower again, man, you just look me up."
This honor
Eastgun
is
will
ours.
kind of. Go ahead.
Oh, no, please.
I was just gonna say, Eastgun's gonna clap you on the back. I look forward to reading the chapter in your Odyssey.
Gaius snapped at that. He just didn't. He like almost forgot that has to be now written. He like
He
looks at
has
the
to
book.
write it in the book.
He looks at the book strapped to his side. Like that's where like it always is. It's like a belt loop next to his side. He like holds it up, opens it, and the tears are let out. He holsters it back on his side. He gives Milo a hug. He's like trying to get everyone in on that. This is what I set out for.
Strigal will motion for everyone for the group hug.
It's gonna be a group hug time.
Yeah.
And then as we're kind of moving through, Strigal kind of working up the emotion, will kind of lift up Gaius's hand like a victory prize fight in front of the crowd.
The audience just roars with excitement. You see women on top of the buildings, like fanning out pieces of fabric in excitement. People are releasing those little sparrows out of cages to have them fly about the cities.
Can
As
we-
you guys are like, you guys are paraded down, and you're followed by the other contestants, which are also dragging their kills as well. You notice
Gaius.
the little boy actually run, like the little boy who had his hyena, like
Yeah.
runs, like breaks off from the group. And it's like, mom, and like runs over, and you see his mom like cheering and clapping, and he like leaps up into her arms and she grabs him. They gave me a bow, and you watch as he's holding up a very nice looking like longbow for a kid.
Oh
Yeah.
Gaius like shouts out to him, like holding his like axe up, like whooping to him.
Yeah, and he like raises up his bow, and the mother kind of waves towards you.
Hey,
Hawk,
Gaius.
Hawk and the boys are living it up, by the way. Like they are like high-fiving people.
They're
and, like,
berserkers.
anytime they run into a friend who knows them, it's like, Hawk, you did it! He's like, I fucking did it, bro! Like they're getting so excited.
Oh,
Hey, Gaius.
Strigal's gonna give the lumberjack nod gif.
Yeah.
Yes, Kai.
If you will allow, Kaya's gonna put you on his shoulders so you're way up above so everybody can see you.
Oh man, like, yeah, he's like, whoa, wait, what? And then he like notices that it's you,
he's
he's
just
like,
lifting you up. Surprisingly, Kai's not super strong, but he's strong enough to get you up.
oh, dude, this is like,
And he's just gonna parade you around like you just won a championship.
oh, Gaius is on fucking cloud 9 right now. Literally, the only reason he set foot home was to make a name for himself and to prove that he's worth the Agni name. And by God, this is a massive step for him. If this was like a fucking video game, this is like New Vegas, like fucking like positive karma points for Gaius at this point.
With the Eagle Splendor still on, you're also gonna have like hero lighting, like contouring all your
Just a
edges.
gust of wind out of nowhere is just ruffling your hair. And only your hair. No one else.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way down, you watch as the body of the beast is killed and partitioned. And then you see the ceremony in which pulleys and levers lift up the head of this beast on top of the stronghold. The stronghold you see now is a very large, almost compound-like building. It's not leveled, it's just a very wide-range flat building. Beyond it, you see what looks to be some sort of like Colosseum structure behind that. And you also see a lot of open yards containing what looks to be training things, like training spaces. You also notice, like, off to the left is a very, like, high-walled, stone-walled, like, kind of compound area where you can't really see past. However, as you are led forward, some of the people in the entourage are, told like, you're not part of the feast. You have to eat with like the rest of the city. And they're like, oh, like the little kid like tries to sneak in, and they just grab him by the scruff and turn him around. And like, off, kid, come on. And he kind of waves. He has, have fun at the feast, and runs down the steps to go join the festivities.
You'll get there one day.
Next year, I'm getting a null, and you watch as he like pretends to shoot the bow.
Oh, this kid's got ambition.
As he runs down the steps, you watch as they take the head of your creature and they just like pull it up with a lever and they mount it on a series. It looks to be 3 spikes. That's just part of the front, like the arch of the stronghold roof, which stands about, it's pretty tall roof. Like this place isn't multi-storied, but it is definitely tall. It's kind of a mixture of like, almost like, how do I describe it? Like architecture wise, basically kind of like a Viking longhouse style mixed with like desert sandstone and like rock.
There's a building in Barcelona that kind of fits the description if it had a little bit of Norse thrown in.
Yeah. You notice they're lowering down the now leathery remains of the previous year's winner, which is just, like the dragons at the ring race ride on, where it's like, has like the long neck and then like the small mouth at the end.
The Nazgul.
Yeah.
The Nazgul. Whatever this creature was that won last year looks like that. It has a huge face, but it has 6 eyes just going down the length of this like neck head, and it's like nothing you've ever seen before.
Fucking gnarly.
Wait, is the whole head is still like preserved, or is it?
Oh, it's leathered up. It's like rotted and dried in the sun.
Okay.
It has like small teeth, but it looks alien. You've never seen anything like it. You watch as they take it and ceremoniously drench it in oil and burn it alight. And as it lights up, the people like clap and cheer.
Hell yeah.
Your beast is hoisted up by a team of about 6 Delvarian like berserkers who make it look like child's play. As in like 3 quick hoists, they lift it up and using a large stick mount it onto the 3 spikes, and the head just hangs there. Blood still dripping from where its head was severed from its body. Redman approaches the group of you and goes, rather impressive.
I will put Gaius back down on the ground.
Makes an unceremonious snort to like compose himself. Yes.
This is the first time in many years we've had foreigners win this competition.
When was the last time?
About 15 years back.
Oh.
We had a group from Havat Plata come down and prove themselves. They were interested in taking a warrior's challenge.
It was an honor to compete.
It was an honor for you to win, too.
Oh, absolutely it was.
We'll speak to your weapons after the feast is concluded. Also, I have been informed to warn you. Take this message as you may. Any attempts will not be entertained.
Of course.
I'm not sure we know what you're referring to, sir.
I am just a messenger.
Attempts at what?
See you inside for the feast. You watch as he steps away.
The Valorians speak plainly and forwardly. They mean to say that they will not accept any form of challenge, and considering all that we know about possibly the prince's suspicions of outside or internal tampering or danger, it makes sense that warning would be given.
Well, that wasn't very forward at all. He could have just said it.
I think he did, though.
I mean, maybe we should just get inside.
It's a structural thing. Sending a threat through a messenger is letting them know that you are beneath them.
For all their wish to not involve themselves in politics, the royal family of Delvaria still will have to resort to some of their tactics.
You would be shocked.
Indeed.
As a matter of fact, this place has more than a passing resemblance to Martorello. As he looks up at the huge almost literal figurehead at
Yep.
Yeah.
on top.
You hit the nail on the head right there, Connor. Thank you, sir.
All right. Do you guys make your way inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you head in through the front entrance, having to kind of block the dripping blood that is now hanging over the front door, you actually notice that Hawk and his band actually kind of like intentionally make sure to like they're kind of pushing each other out of the way to get hit by the blood. It seems to be like, almost like
Look
Yeah,
at this
almost
one.
like
Sleeps in some bloods.
It's like a kid at a water park.
Lazy.
Yeah,
bit,
splash zone.
Panzer's floating
Yep.
disc above them to deny them.
Oh. No.
It's like a turkey.
That's so gross.
As you all make your way inside, you are immediately met with what appears to be a sort of a hallway that leads upstairs, but it's like just a ramp that goes up. There's no real stairs to it. It just is an incline. You notice that there are these massive, massive sandstone pillars that stand, and the flooring is surprisingly made out of wood, which is very interesting. You notice as you walk up, you see mounted to these sandstone pillars the most insane weapons you've ever seen. You see what looks to be like a quarterstaff with two like saber-like blades on each end. You also notice, X-crossed axes that seem to be well used from battle. However, one piece, as you make your way up, seems to stand out in a very strange way, especially with those who have pretty high passive perceptions. I'm actually going to pull up a different music here. I'm going to go back to our releases. That one was a bit better. You notice what looks to be a shield that was probably once in the visage of a lion. However, it has a sizable dent in the front of it, and it looks like it's been burnt. It definitely looks out of place compared to the other very, well-displayed items.
Can we attempt any kind of history check to see if we recognize it as an emblem of some sort?
Go for it, yeah.
Burn marks, you say?
That's a no for me, Eastgon. It's a 5.
I doubt I'm gonna get this, but here I go.
One.
Non-natural.
An
Not
unnatural
natural
one.
An unnatural
Oh.
one.
Escan and Gaius, as you look at this, lions are the symbol of strength. They can be a metaphorical symbol for warriors. It could be really anything. Otho, same with you. You're not sure what this particular symbol might mean. It is definitely a large shield. It's definitely made for probably a warrior of some kind.
Warriors
But-
tend to wield shields.
It does seem practically used. It seems like you probably could use it, but it looks like it was made out of some sort of gold inlay and steel and iron, but it is burnt. It looks like it was in a fire.
Can anybody roll this history check?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
18.
18.
17.
Good shit, Milo.
Yeah.
Milo and Kai, as you look kind of maybe down this, you can theorize these are definitely important weapons. They are on display in what is essentially the royal house, or the royal strongholds. Maybe they belong to the royal family, maybe they belonged to a royal family, maybe they're gifts, you're not sure. The lion one, though, seems like, with the history, I'll say that, it definitely seems like more of a display piece.
I
With
was
the
going to
fact
ask if that
that
seems
could
more like the
be-
iconography that Hearthland would use as opposed to Delvaria.
No, Hearthland's iconography is a griffin.
It's
You
just
don't
a
know
griffin,
what.
Okay.
Yeah, Delvaria tends to use, as you probably noticed by Rare Jar, the boar
Boar.
are the
Yeah.
specific iconography of them. So the lion is definitely different.
Okay.
As you make your way up, you are met by a set of massive double iron doors, which immediately servants pull open, and you see inside the festivities beginning to start. As you see about 30 men currently sitting around long tables with a spread of food. You see fish. You see piles of root vegetables. You see a little more appetizing looking, entire roast ostriches set upon tables, being carved by servants and placed kind of like in preparation for eating. You see it's like a huge dining space. It's very long as well. And at the forefront, you see what appears to be a long horizontal table that has... How many chairs would it have? Sorry, I'm just counting here.
47.
Has 6 chairs to it, 2 of which that sit in the middle. You probably can attest is the king's chair, and next to it you see, currently with a piece of fabric cloaked over it would be the queen's chair, but instead you see on the cushion is a crown, unworn.
Oh.
As the men all make their way inside, very quickly the food is spread about, and you all sit at your seat. You are gestured to one of the very, very nice seats, as many people come by and, like, there's no personal space here. They come up, they grab you by the shoulder, they shake you, and they're like, good job! Like, a little too rough, a little bit, but excited for you.
Oh, this place rules.
However, very quickly, you see as guards position themselves around the doors, you see entering in first a very handsome-looking man. Probably about 6 feet tall, brown hair kind of pulled back, warrior's physique with scars, a cape on his back, 2 swords at his side. And the way he stands, Otho, with your background, this is probably the other prince. More than likely, this is the crown prince.
Hashtag the other prince.
You're a little confused as to why he's here, but very quickly you realize why he is, as following behind him as he gently leads her forward is a woman, darker complexion, black hair, tied up very beautifully with ornate jewelry and a beautiful white dress, who is heavily pregnant, like probably any time this month, pregnant. And you watch as he kind of helps her to her seat, which seems to be the 5th and 6th at the end of the table.
Did we get a name for the other prince?
Not yet.
No,
At least I didn't.
Okay, I was just wondering.
you have not gotten his name, I don't believe. No one really asked about him, so.
Other Prince Ragnus.
I'm gonna be honest,
yeah,
I
basically.
totally forgot that there was another prince.
Ragnus,
Ragnus
Ragnus 2. Yeah!
Ragnus the Lesser.
Speaking of which, walking through the set of double doors, you see Rojar Ragnus enter into the space, kind of his head on a constant swivel, eyeing the current guests of this feast. And you watch, kind of in his shadow, following closely behind this woman.
Oh, here it is. 3 in one session?
Oh, shit.
And Sturgal, you breathe a sigh of relief. She looks older. You see... Oh, did it work? Hold on, sorry.
I don't see nothing.
Oh, I messed up.
No
Me neither.
No see.
There we go.
I can't see.
She looks a bit older, but you see this woman.
Aw.
Oh.
Sturgal is literally going to tear up.
You watch as he kind of leads her and like, it's almost like, I'm pulling back the chair, I'm pushing the chair in. And sits down next to her. And as the feast begins, that is where we're going to end the session.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I will describe the character as well. She looks like her mom and dad. That is definitely clear. You see where her parents are from. But it's interesting, Milo, you specifically realize that her hair is slightly glowing. Not too dissimilar to yours. But it's not as intense.
Oh.
Also of note, one eye is the same color as her parents, while the other eye is almost an iridescent blue, similar to that of an Azamar.
Have some more.
However, as she sits down, kind of like dwarfed by every fucking meathead in here, that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Oh.
As next week, you guys have your feast and have fun navigating royal conversations.
Fine. Who are our artists?
It's time
Monty?
to schmooze.
Oh
Monty, who
boy!
are our artists?
Our artist for Rare Draw Ragnus, and it was done before the campaign I think even started, was Zeus Draws. And the artwork for Lady Aya was by Matthew Draws as well.
Hey, thank y'all.
Shit.
Good stuff.
Good session, you
We
guys.
I
did
really
it.
like her
Great
shawl.
fucking session, everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
buddy.
didn't die.
She's got blonde hair that's tied into kind of braids, and she's wearing a blue shawl with has the iconography of the Herthin royal family.
It's awesome that she can wear that in this feast. Let me just say. That's good news.
To be completely frank, we got off almost scot-free. No one, like, we had
We
a
got
couple
off
of
scot-free.
hits, but, like,
Yeah,
no one ever went down.
We didn't even lose an NPC.
Otho did almost bleed out.
He did.
He was fine.
He got better.
Yeah. That probably, like, the only way that could have gone even better is if you got that first proc of the giant rune. Like, if you
Oh, yeah.
got the first one,
Yeah.
that would have been just like, we're done.
Honestly,
you got
with
it.
the number of checks Mama had to make to like before she finally broke free, it was amazing. I mean, what was it like 5 checks, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That was awesome.
Operation Do Worms Dream of Purple Sheep was a great success.
I mean, you guys planned for 2 weeks, so I feel like, you know, that played into success, you know what I mean? Like, that time and effort doing that was definitely important to success.
Yeah, and
so.
Roll 20 was being nice tonight, I think.
It was, yeah, honestly. And my
Real
rolls
nice, yeah.
Listen, we love Die Hard Dice, but sometimes Die Hard Dice loves you more than it loves me.
No, that's what we like. Yeah. They're
That's
they're,
what we like
they're
about 'em.
sponsors of the entire show, Monty, not just you.
Oh, man.
The dice do what's best for the story.
I'm so excited for next session. This is going to be real interesting.
Yeah.
Now navigate royal conversation, Gaius. Oh, fuck!
You guys get to eat.
Ne-
that's the
next
best
next
part.
week's about to be the Strigal and Otho show. That's for sure.
Okay, so
Just to double check, Monty, did the king come in at all?
No. The
Okay.
king never came in and sat. It just seems to be the princes that are there.
quick
But
question.
but the queen's crown
The
was
queen's
there.
chair
Yeah.
had the crown on it. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which you can easily deduce she's probably not alive anymore.
Yeah, they said the
we
late
heard
queen.
that
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
the late queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were gonna say.
Is it just one weapon or one weapon for each of us?
One weapon for each of you. You get a
Oh,
weapon.
God.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you guys get a weapon of your choice made out of basically the creature you slayed, which was in this case of this a sandworm.
Critically important question. Can we substitute shield or armor?
Armor, no, but you could get a shield if you want.
Shield would be great.
Oh man, I gotta think about that.
This is a thing. Zen's like, oh, the prince is tall and a ginger. I can't believe you put your boyfriend in the game. I knew this was gonna happen. I'm gonna point out right now. I got this artwork before I started dating Arkolf. Like, I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah, but to be fair, he's always been such an inspiration.
Also, this character has existed before campaign 1, so I don't want to fucking hear it.
Damn.
No
Damn.
shit.
Look, just
Legacy
because you have a type doesn't
It's
mean
fate.
that it's the same. We get it. You have a type.
I knew that I was waiting for it, and I figured it wouldn't even be. I'm like, they're probably gonna say it on the Discord. Nope, not even there. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying. I'm like, I knew it was gonna happen.
Of course you did.
God. But yeah, Zeus draws
When
and
a
Matthew
Goliath
draws.
shows up, you know it's
Oh my
coming.
god.
There's been no Goliath yet. I mean, that's the thing that's crazy. Well, there's technically been.
Well, there is
There
a
was.
book.
the book,
Yeah.
but he's kind of dead. He's not really a Goliath.
Oh
I
wow,
guess.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize
He's
people
not
lose
real.
their race when
Damn,
they die.
discrimination in this bit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What? Fuck off!
Anti-gun rights.
Sorry, I just want to say, some of the judges, I didn't know Monty liked dating. What the fuck does that mean?
Monty dates?
Oh my god.
The
Anyway.
truth
Oh,
come out.
Monty
Does
Monty
is
dates.
dating?
Someone Someone in the Discord said this is the king of Livaria, and they put the king from fucking Zelda CDI.
My boy.
Magnus, my boy. This piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I need to go back and rewatch the reanimated version of that.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Oh! Shit!
My boy.
Let's go on the horn. I won't go bed. I got a lot of tabletop to do.
I gotta get up in the morning tomorrow. So
Thank
yeah.
you for going over time, guys. I felt like this was a really, really nice.
Yeah.
God.
Stopping
Okay,
point.
sleepies. Let's go around the horn and de-introduce ourselves, starting with Gaijin.
Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time. I've been doing a lot of AC6 because tank build is fun. Might actually do a couple of weird liminal space games because my next video is actually talking about how Japan is an entire country of liminal space. Even if you're not a fan of the country, if you like liminal spaces, I have an experience for you and it will explode your brain. So yeah, there's gonna be that. Also, birthday stream next Tuesday. I will have aged. It is my last year to be in my 30s and I hate it.
Age.
Well, happy early birthday, Gaijin.
I don't wanna.
Age.
I'm gonna
Born.
freaking message you at 12:01 on Tuesday, and you'll be asleep, but you'll know.
I shall probably be awake. All right, kitties. May I be excused from the table?
It is.
Good night,
Go
guys.
Yes,
for it,
Grandpa.
Good. Love you,
Let's-
Chad.
Let's let Zito go
Bye.
next because Zito's very tired as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Zito, you're up.
Cool. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Zito, where apparently I now have to embrace the VTuber life. I used to have a consistent schedule, which includes at least one of the days being art commissions on Mondays. When it was supposed to be Wednesdays, middle of the week was supposed to be a bargain barrel, which is my indie showcase stream. Fridays are my whatever the fuck I feel like it stream because it's Friday, fuck you. And Sunday is carts, and that has not changed, but I feel like this week will be the last week for a good long while where I'll be able to like actually keep a set schedule and not change out the days of the week. So just watch my Twitter or watch my Discord or watch my Twitch stream to have all my socials on there. So if you go to the Twitch page at twitch.tv/Zito, it's all there. You can follow us over there. However, I do have one more thing I'd like to say. For those who had missed me having to fucking play through the Peppa Pig games, I'm making a highlight video of both of them. And I'm already 6 minutes in and I haven't even cracked a quarter of the first fucking video. Peppa Pig. That's me. I'm doing commission work. Hire me if you want artwork. I'll spice it up. I'll spice it up for you.
Shake some spice over it. Hot dog.
All right, I
Get
gotta
some
bail.
slaps, Zito.
Have a
Catch you
good
guys
bye.
around.
Goodbye, Zito.
And good work today.
Yay! I haven't slept good in 72 hours.
There he go.
And there he goes. Mark.
Huh?
Where can I find you?
You can find me on twitter.com and Blue Sky at Mark Allen Jr. Here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming. And you can follow the adventures of my fat sleepy cat bunny on Instagram at Chonk4Life. Music stream Friday, maybe? I'm trying to do these things on Friday. Lots of things have happened recently that have made me have to change that. But Friday, hopefully, 1 to 4 p.m., I will be doing my music stream. Last 2 weeks have been rough. 2 weeks ago, we didn't actually finish the mixing or mastering of the song. So while we finished composing something, it was kind of not good sounding when we were done. Last week, I made a loop and didn't even finish constructing the song. So hopefully this week we actually finish something. I'm in a rut and I need to get out of it. So hopefully we'll have some good music production this week. Also, I have a voice acting class workshop that I will be teaching Saturday, September 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be taught through Strawberry Hill Music, aka Strawberry Hill Studios. Please check that out if you're interested at all. We're taking people from any level of experience, whether you're an experienced voice actor or you're new to the craft. We're going to talk about some things and stuff about how to make character choices and do some script and character analysis in the moment. So come on through. We'd love to have you. It'll be a great time. Other than that, that's it for me.
Right on. Zan, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
You can find me potentially tomorrow over on Monty's channel for some more Dungeons on Mad Mage. If not, then hopefully next week. Aside from that, you can find me on Mondays at 7 p.m. PST over at twitch.tv/ZanOsGrim, where I will be running a D&D campaign 5th edition for Bosco, Monty, and a few friends. And lastly, aside from that, Tuesdays are typically the day I run around noonish PST for MechWarrior Online for a few hours before around 4 to 6 p.m. PST. I usually jump on with Bosco, level 1 EV, artsy as we delve back into Halo Reach Lasso runs. We're chugging along. Last mission was real difficult, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there by golly, and that's me.
Excellent. Edward Bosco, where can they find you? What are you up to?
You can find me at Ed Bosco V on both Instagram, Twitter, and now TikTok, as well as right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco. Also, I'm not going to plug anything because I have something better that I can do. I was informed just now by a little frog friend of mine that we have a birthday in the chat. Happy birthday to Froggy.
Oh,
not Jalen Froggy's
yeah.
mom, actual Froggy.
The Froggy
and I have
child.
been.
Oh my God.
Yes, the Froggy Child. And I have been asked to do this, so if I could just have like 60 seconds. I have a friend that also wants to say happy birthday. Why, hello there. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Froggy. Happy 18th birthday. I assure you, your mother is doing the best she can. Please don't make her feel old. And I hope your senior year goes well. And remember to always study. As someone with children now, I understand how hard that is for children. Happy birthday. And there you go. Revenge. I've done it. My deed is done.
Happy
Like
Frog.
Remvenge.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Froggy.
Remvenge.
Yeah.
Happy birthday from
Remvengeance.
Rennie.
You know what's messed up? Froggy got. I think Froggy got her driver's license before me.
Oh my God.
Hey!
Good for
Let's
Froggy.
go.
Kid's smart. At least to
Honestly,
my knowledge.
Monty, props to you for not immediately using your driver's license to get rid of the competition.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, happy birthday, Froggy.
birthday.
I hope you enjoy it. Have a great senior year.
Indeed.
Indeed. That's my shtick.
Thunder.
Grant. Yeah. Wait, did Monty do?
Oh,
No.
Monty.
Yet?
My bad.
No.
I jumped the gun.
No, it's okay. I'll just go over here. I prefer lonely.
No!
See, this is why I hate the outros. Thank you very much.
And
Hey,
for
Monty,
my
how's
bonus
Jenkins?
action,
For my bonus action, I will shout out that you can find me at MontyGlue on Twitter. You can find me MontyGlue on Blue Sky. You can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. You can also find me MontyGlue on YouTube. Tomorrow, hopefully, Dungeons of the Mad Mage. And then the Friday should be Final Fantasy. And then Monday should be Mass Effect. Sorry for the cancellations of streams. A lot of stuff's happening. A lot of people are busy. I also went outside, which is probably good for me. But, yeah.
Did you eat some dandelions?
Fuck off. No.
It was a genuine question.
No.
Okay, I'm
That was a
sorry.
genuine answer.
There's like genuine answer. I'm just joking. No, I got bubble tea though, which was really nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I also bought Pokemon cards, which I feel like you'd probably like understand, Mark.
I do understand. Wait,
Uh,
what did you buy?
I bought a Miraidon Pokemon, like the box, with, like the
Okay,
sleeves
I
and stuff in it. I got the cool box because I'm on the promo in there.
Yeah.
And I bought some books and stuff, but it was fun. But yeah, so you can find me on all those places, MontyGlue basically everywhere. Thank you again too, also, like I mentioned in the past, to our artists who have done art for the show. Mappy Draws, Zeus Draws, everyone's got draws in their name. as well as Jack and Citric, and our we have now. Oh gosh, my brain just stopped working. Oh man, we have so many talented artists, man. It's great. It's so awesome. But yeah. Anyway, please continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited to share the artwork I've had. I also, a fun little fact about the Rare Jar artwork, I couldn't get the pose right. I couldn't find a reference for the pose. It's the only art piece where I ever had to take a picture of myself doing the pose. So there is a picture that exists of me doing that exact pose for a reference because I could not find that pose.
It's time.
Oh, that shit got deleted the moment it wasn't needed anymore. So
Not for
Monty,
long.
nothing on the internet is ever deleted.
I know, but that's a fun little fact about that. I had to actually I had to have a friend come over and take a picture of me because I lived by myself to take that exact pose. I didn't have an axe. I had a broom. I used a broom instead.
Amazing.
But it worked.
A broom is just an axe in training.
Basically.
It dust when it sees you walk in.
The diet axe.
Diet axe.
I suppose with that, they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, and Blue Sky at Distortion Dole. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Playing some Yakuza Like a Dragon, hopefully, this Saturday. And then Sundays, I'm playing through Deus Ex.
I didn't ask for this.
I never asked for this, but it's pretty cool, actually. Being a cyborg with no drawbacks is kind of pog.
My favorite is when you accidentally go into Stone Cold while playing. You just do a Stone Cold impression.
I'm gonna eat this candy bar, and I'm gonna hit Q, and then I'm gonna take both of you suckers down, and that's the bottom line, cause Adam Jensen said so. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
And then you drink like 12 shots of liquor to heal.
Whoa, shots. Where are the beers?
Downs a whole bottle of Jack Daniels to give him a bullet wound.
Are we just shotgunning Bacardi now?
I got 1 praxis point. What? 2 praxis points.
2.
What?
Jensen 316
says I just whipped your ass.
Yes, so that is happening. Also, be sure to check out my funny fucking DMs Guild where I just released the Geomancer spellbook. Along with all of my other homebrew that is on there right now, including all the subclasses that I've made. That series is not quite complete yet. I'm still trying to figure out how I can bring that to completion, but in the meantime, I'm releasing the Elemental Spell Tomes. And coming up next is the Fulgurmancer spellbook, a storm of lightning-themed spells, which already has some interesting stuff, including a spell called Static Charge, which is the cantrip. And the first level spell is called Defibrillate, and it has a very funny interaction. Yes. I think that's it for me. This episode was brought to you in part by Die Hard Dice.
Dire Dice. Dire Dice. If you want your players, if you love the number 5, buy the
Die Hard
Purple
Dice for
Mythica
when the
set.
story trumps the DM's wishes.
Yeah.
Remember, never die easy with Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard
Also-
Dice. You'll probably roll better than Roll20 does.
All joking aside, the dice giveth and the dice keep it away. And honestly, I think it's an attestment to like how balanced the dice are because I mean I've been using these dice for multiple sessions and I've had some sessions where I roll hot and I have some sessions where I don't. It's very like it's not one way or the other. It's very
Are
balanced.
you saying it's
so-
random chance?
The
It
dice
is.
giveth, the dice taketh away, and sometimes my dice disappeareth.
And
Into
then
their
returns
bag.
Into the
and then
bag.
reappeareth.
So I didn't realize you had a bag of returning for your dice.
Right?
yeah,
God.
Dire Dice. They are.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Be
Unseen
sure to
Servant,
check 'em
for
out.
returning that die.
Indeed. Be sure to check out Die Hard Dice. Use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order when you shop at dieharddice.com. As well, check out our store. We just released our latest design, the Walkout design. You can get it as a sticker, a mug, a water bottle, shirts, hoodies, stuff like that. Wear it when you're working out.
What?
What? I'm wearing my
What?
workout shirt. He's
What?
my little buddy.
Oh my
You
god, I
better
would
not
love
fuck
to see
with him.
Stone Cold.
I'm
in
gonna
a
drop him on
workout
that sack
shirt.
of dimes. He calls a
That's it.
neck.
Connor, can we get a leather vest onto the
my
store?
God. I'll talk.
It's a
I'll
work
talk to-
316 says I just worked your ass.
It's a front-facing work with the smoke coming out of the mouth.
It's a smoke. It's a skull. He would absolutely use the disturbed version of that song.
Yeah, 100%.
Instead of what, it'd be work.
Work. Work. It's only the beginning. Work up.
Work.
Oh my god. You know someone's gonna do that now. They're gonna take like a Wark clip and they're gonna go
Yes!
in that song now.
Good.
You. Yeah.
Ask Shahal. I don't want to put Shahal on the spot, but what I was terribly. I think I had the flu, and Shell messaged me like, "Can you just record a work for me?" And I'm like, "Sure." So Shahal had like as a crisp work of me, fucking delirious, going work. Our little baby boy. So
Oh, he's such
Shell's
a good
got
boy.
that somewhere. It might be on a soundboard. I know we have like a soundboard, I think, too, but I digress.
Indeed. What else did I have? Oh, yes. Indeed.
We left off around
Also-
lovely Lorelei, I believe.
Yes.
It was
Also,
100
be sure
bits.
to tune in next week because funny stuff happening. Some stuff that needs to get announced. Tee hee.
Funny hoo-ha.
Tee hee ha hoo. Also, we are like so close to 20,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel.
Oh,
That is
wow.
insane
Wow.
to me.
Yeah, we are like literally 19 subs away from 20,000.
Tell your friends.
And also,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, also thank
Hi,
you.
sorry to
incredible.
stop the D&D stream, but I've noticed that 20% of our viewers aren't subscribed. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
20% of our viewers aren't subscribed.
believe.
One not subscribed viewer means one sad warg.
It's true.
Gotta love
For
it.
each unsubscribed
Also-
viewer, we are coming for you.
I don't know if you plugged Connor. If I missed this, I am so sorry because I think I might have blanked out. Did you mention the art showcase?
Oh yes, I should also mention that the art showcase for this month will be it'll be taking place. Well, right now it's Thursday for me. So tomorrow, Friday the 1st, will be the art stream for the entirety of August. Some people may be joining me for that as well.
Noise.
And yes, we couldn't have done it without all of you.
True.
Thank you so much for 20,000 subs. Thank you for complaining in our comments and driving up our analytics over and over.
No, but like
again.
actually, we read it.
Yeah, like actually, Bosco reads it.
It
No, I
doesn't
do.
matter if your opinions suck as long as you drive up our analytics. It's all good.
Yeah, as long as you're out there saying your
No.
opinion, we appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah, really, any interaction is good. So
Fuck off! Come on. Don't be the Twitter. Don't be Twitter. Monetize Twitter, please.
yeah, no, we measure our success based on impressions. So
Yo,
We
you
don't.
and your
We don't. I'm gonna be the one. No, we don't.
You
and the
We don't. But
Yo,
YouTube
you and the
does.
you random YouTube commenter, just say you like birds. Just one. I
Yeah,
just want to see
dude,
one.
birds are great.
I like birds. That's all I want to see.
Oh my god.
cut to next
More birds.
week when the episode gets looked at. There's just hours of bird discourse.
Dear Lord.
People having heated opinions
where-
about birds.
Where do we leave off on the bits and subs? Do we
Lovely Lorelei with 100 bits, I believe.
Lorelei with 100 bits. Let's go ahead and look for said bit drop.
Oh.
As I refresh this bitch. And
Refresh this bitch.
No, bits.
Refresh this time.
there we go. All right.
Thank you.
Starbreaker.
Gotcha,
Thank you for
friend.
the 750 bits. Episode title: Shrink, Shark, Shank. Killer Chansey, I think for 10 bits. Zenlita, I think for the 100 bits. Episode title: As the Worm Turns, and from the past 87, Every Day I'm Javelin.
Every day
Oh.
I'm travel.
Every day I'm javelin.
Wolfwing Pup, thank you for the bits. Who's getting the sandworm bikini armor?
Oh, that's absolutely going to Gaius.
Scroll.
No, Gaius has the better abs.
Fair.
I hate
Bob,
that. Thank you, but I hate it.
thank you for the 1,000 bits. Both Gaius and Milo had a smile, you son of a bitch moment.
Yeah.
Henry Skellerman, thank you for the bits. Callum Draws, thank you for the bit.
We do
Dice
have
Ruler,
the
thank you for the
title as
bits.
well.
Lossame the Robot, thank you for the 300 bits. The Alaskan Bullworm has been slain. The Percasizer, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, Dungeon of the Sandworm.
God.
SD Spartan, thank you for the brand new sub. Thank you so much. Wolfwing Pup, thank you for the bit. Zach Arduo, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to LJ. As well, Anonymous, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to Boar TS90. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 70 bits. Cheshire Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. Speak louder, boy. I can't hear you from down there. Killer Chansey, thank you for the 10 bits. Nolan Void, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, Big Game Expo. Ace Bounty, thank you for the 145 bits. Quench your thirst tonight, my people. Everyone will get their fan service. Manic Scarecrow, thank you for the 1.2k bits. Episode title, Goodwill Hunting. Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 100 bits. Excuse the, well, actually, but Nazgul actually is another name for the ring wraiths.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Nerd.
they're like Nazgul beasts or fell
No,
beasts
they're
usually,
really-
but just commonly the community just says Nazgul.
The
You're right.
Nazgul is the combination of both the beast and the rider, in my opinion.
Actually, what they rode were called fell beasts.
No,
Yeah,
it's
we
a,
just
that's a
said
legitimate thing. We're not making fun of you. It's just, you know, that's
No.
I love Lord of the Rings.
No, Lord of the Rings nerds will be bullied. I was bullied for being a Lord of the Rings.
Here's what I will say. We'll never know what they're actually called until we learn Ray's dead and speak to Tolkien himself. So
Oh, God.
There you go.
There was another episode title. I don't know. There's.
Well, we have
there's-
one from Callum Draws with their bit drop. Episode title, Spare Ribs!
Spare ribs. Fuck.
I actually really like that.
Zen Lita, thank you for the 100 bits. The princess, a tall, imposing ginger. I can't believe Monty put her boyfriend in the game.
Fuck off! That was the one that made me respond. I love how
It's the one
everyone
that
just
gets you heated.
collectively decided, despite all the proof I have, they're just like, no, we've decided that's not the case, and I'm like, motherfuckers, I have the proof, but no one cares. It's whatever. I give up.
Vina, welcome to the internet. Have a look around. Vina Norvius, thank you for the 100 bits. No, that's not Arkolf. That's Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
Oh my god. If you were shorter, he'd be called Ganondorf. Starbreaker, thank you for the 1.5 bits. Title, oh wait. Title, Mamma Mia, here we go again. Okay.
Mama.
Jet Knight Gaming, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Episode title, The Most Dangerous Game. X Wiley Willie, thank you for the 41 months. My boy.
My boy.
Oh, shit.
Sauce.
Zelda, shut the fuck up. Callum Draws, thank you for the 5 bits. Protoss, 103, thank you for the 10 bits. Vian the Griffin, thank you for the 19 months. Monty, how do you spell the name of the artist that did IS art?
Mathy. M-A-T-T. Oh, hold on, I have to find their name.
Go just throw it in chat.
M-A-T-H-I-E. Mathy Draws is their name. They also
There
did
you go.
Marco's art as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good guy Marco.
Callum Draws, thank you for the 5 bits. Bubba Bob, thank you for the 145 bits. On tonight's menu, we have Ribbacks ribs and her baby's back ribs.
I
I
actually
want
put down baby back ribs as one of the episode titles because I think that's
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Barbecue sauce.
And Faceless42, thank you for the 101 bits. Hooray for new gear and hopefully some medicine.
yeah. That's gonna be the next part.
You ever heard the full song of like the baby back ribs thing? Like,
It's a lot longer than you think.
oh yeah,
It
and they
is, yeah.
put all of themselves into that for just a tiny clip to be used.
Kind of like the people who did the Pokemon theme song. They didn't have to go that hard, but they did.
Oh, Bubba Bob has a last minute bit drop. Episode title suggestion: The Bloodiest Catch.
Also quite
pretty
good.
That's not bad at all.
All right. Who would we like to raid?
I
There's-
have no
There's a
idea.
cute name.
There is a
cute
cutie.
nerd named Arkal.
Fuck off, man. I don't.
There's Thero. We haven't rated Thero in a while.
We could do Thero.
Dice Legends
It's
is also
true.
on.
Oh, is Dice Legends on?
They
Yeah,
might
Dice
be
Legends is also on.
It might be ending. It might be a replay
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Let me check here. I'll check to see what they're doing. I can't tell.
It doesn't.
It normally
say
says if it's a
It's
replay,
it
doesn't
says
it?
rerun. It says rerun.
Does
Is
it?
it
Or
rerun?
I miss.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. All right.
Usually it'll have like a little
Oh, there it
like
is.
refresh symbol next to the
Arkolf is on.
Let's do it.
raid.
Pharaoh's
He
on.
doesn't stream very often.
Arkov is
There-
also
Arkolf
playing.
doesn't stream very often.
Arkov is also playing a game that is not nearly as is represented, I think, in the community as far as talks.
Apparently, Thero's drawing a butt. So
Oh.
But
So
maybe
But
I don't know.
whose butt?
Do we want to flip a coin?
sure,
All right. Let me grab
Pharaoh's,
it.
Pharaoh's fate will be decided.
Who did we raid last time?
Darylkolf.
Therokolf.
Auropod.
do I have to grab a coin?
I have a coin. Okay. if it's-
Arkpod.
If this is
Wait,
Canadian,
they have coins in Canada?
Yeah, fuck off. We have,
Hey, Monty, is it a toonie?
it is a quarter. I do not have a toonie on me. I'm sorry.
Hey, quarter.
If it's the queen, it's heads. If it's
The
the elf,
queen?
it's tails. Yeah, we got the queen on our money. All right, heads will be whose heads? Theropod.
British.
Well, he's drawing a
British!
butt, so I think tails should be Thero.
Okay,
Tails should
is-
absolutely be Thero.
Tails is Thero. Butt is Thero. Heads is oh god is
Arkolf.
Is
All right.
Arkolf because his
Alright, you
face
do
is
it.
currently showing.
We got heads, so it's gonna be Arkolf.
It's gonna be Arkov. So can I honestly Grumbles has a good idea. Can my boy be the raid message? 'Cause
My
I'm open to
boy.
Grumbles.
Sure,
boy.
boy. Here's the
My
raid
boy,
message.
this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
All right, I almost typed in my boy as the raid target. That would have been bad. All right, we're raiding Arkolf. See you guys next week.
Goodbye. Quick, Bosco, what's your most base take?
Oh man, let me tell you.
I think dogs should vote. I'm just joking.